Vooka Breakfast Show.
We're out here in the heart of Soweto, Top Santon. This is right next to Zondi Hills and just before you get to Broad Fisher Club. I'm out here, my name is Musi Mest. I'm out here with the one and only maximum temperature. I'm working my plan. TC Shabanana Wakamazibugo, and of course our station manager, the one and only Manele Lyric. And we're traveling out here, man. This is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yeah, you gotta get it fresh.
We are fresh and nice. Now it's time to take the information to the people.
Of course, like Mo just mentioned, one of our do stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. We're going to be coming to a street to do live near you, wanting to know what your thoughts are out there on the street.
Of course, we've got TCO Wamazibugo with the topic update. Right now, we are going to N1 Southbound to make sure that whatever that you guys get, it is real-time information.
Yes, sir.
So, looking at Mukhorosi, we have robots that are not working right here, but the traffic is moving. We're going to look at when is your rush hour time, when people are from the work or from school,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
We're going to
sir.
give you your daily update. So do make sure that you stay with us. Mobile Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yes, sir.
Escape the ordinary and discover the extraordinary with Swellapil Tours. Whether you're a group of friends or a family looking for a memorable getaway, Swellapil Tours has you covered. Our all-inclusive tours take you to South Africa's most stunning destinations, from the scenic beauty of Mpumalanga to the vibrant life of Gauteng and the coastal charm of Durban.
Like, what are you doing to me? Oh my goodness, man. Grand and peaceful rising, Vooka Nation. I'm a Vooka Amahle. It's a windy Thursday morning. Of course, man, we are going to keep you warmed and fired up right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Your energetic start to the day. I go by the name of UTC Gamazbugo Shabalala, your prime cut creative and positivity dose of the day. Umamshengu omuhle indlovukazi yakwantu ngithi mina bayede kunina guys right there at home. Man, like I said, it's a windy morning, but I'm not alone, man. And I've got somebody right here who's going to help me keep you fired up and warmed up. Everyberry, are you ready? Are you ready for today's show?
Yeah, now I'm ready. I had to fix my bean. Yo, ansemnyama.
Mara how but melanin, that's like your whole brand. That's like your whole brand. Oh no.
Yeah, I think it was the maroon and the pink that were clashing. Okay, you know what? I'm forever dark and I love it because I am dark and lovely. Yes.
The darker the berry, the sweeter than don.
Now, hope you guys are feeling fantastic on this beautiful Thursday morning.
Girl, wanting to go back.
Imagine. I can remember TBT Throwback Thursday. So you can't blame me for wanting to go all the way back. But I hope you guys are feeling amazing. And yes, I go by the name of Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Blaze. The darker the berry, the sweeter than don. Welcome to a beautiful and wonderful Thursday Kona Lagu Vooka Breakfast Show. Now I hope you guys are feeling amazing and feeling fantastic.
No, what langa, girl? The only sun in the sunshine of either Vooka Nation is me. And you, of course. That's the only Sunday. Or the son of Mother Nature. But he's not here today.
You know what's the problem? It's because your hair is orange, so you think you're setting things. Sunset.
Oksalayo.
Yes, guys, I hope you're feeling fantastic and I hope you're feeling amazing. And unfortunately, we started off late. Unfortunately, we started off late. Sorry about that. We had a bit of a technical issue, but we never shy away from amazing, you guys. And obvious, we are not here alone. We are accompanied by a fellow amazing gentleman.
Hey.
How are you doing, Musi?
Ubhizi ngama-shades blue. Akusi Monday maru blue. Yena living a blue Monday.
This is what I do, man. Why the makala? Why the tsoga? Hey, why are you guys acting surprised? This is not a new thing, Chief. This is not a new thing, Chief. This is what I do, man, on a day-to-day basis, bringing you amazing content. Good morning. Good morning. To what should by now be your absolute favorite rendezvous. And perhaps you this might be the first time that you're spending some quality time with us. You're also welcome. This is what really promises to be your absolute favorite rendezvous where TV meets radio, or rather where radio meets TV, exclusively and only right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. It's a brand new Thursday, and you're not just listening, you're watching your essential start to the day. My name is Musi Mist, and this is the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blinko Network, your daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day. Every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, between the hours of 7 and 10, we'll always be bringing you great content. In this show, we don't just talk. We aim to have bold conversations with industry professionals, right? And discussions that shift mindsets, and content that is truly all-encompassing, compelling, and of course, thought-provoking. Get ready to align yourself with the relevant spirits as we open the show, and then we'll dive into the silver screen with our latest movie reviews, because I haven't brought you a movie review in quite a while, in a minute and a half, right? And then a bit later on, we'll get to the inside scoop on all things competitive with our sports blog. We're unpacking the headlines, dissecting the stories that matter, and getting your insights on everything happening in and around our communities in Soweto, and of course above from wherever you could be watching from. I'm talking to you who's watching and listening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like everybody mentioned, we do absolutely sincerely apologize for the late start. You know, this is what happens, man. The beauty of live streaming, we obviously will have some technical difficulties, but we try to sort it out as quick as we can. And like I said earlier on, we're bringing you your daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day, only and exclusively right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network. Spending some time with the team, the best of the best, guys. Look, if you don't spend some time with us, I don't know what you're doing on a daily basis, man. Already we have had people coming through, like TK. You know, TK is an adamant member of the family, right?
One of our number one fans.
Absolutely,
man.
absolutely.
You know, because who did he call TK to on the studio?
Who did he?
Musi referred to somebody as TK.
No, me.
No, that's you.
It was me.
Yeah. TC, TK. The names are too close, man.
TK, I'm like, what?
The names are too close to each other, so I wanted to say TC and I said TK. So please bear with us as we are trying to sort ourselves out. But I promise you, the day is going to go as it usually does on a day-to-day basis. The time right about now is 5 minutes before the hour 9 o'clock, and you know, we are having a great time right here in the studio, and we hope that you will engage with us and share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between across all our social media platforms using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. But it needs not end there. It can also continue, because we want to hear those voices.
The voices.
We want to see your faces. We want to see where you are. Take a photo quick nyana on your workstation. Let's see what's happening at the office, right? Or whether maybe you're working from home. Let's see your workstation. If you're spending some time with your kids or whatever, send those voice notes and those pictures on the line using the number 060-493-3226. So that's 060-493-3226. Comment, like, subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and the rest of the team can share our thoughts, our opinions, and have a great energy exchange. Talk to me, guys. It's a Thursday morning that is absolutely cold. I'm hating it. I'm absolutely and utterly hating it. I don't know about you. Like, I mean, I remember we spoke on Tuesday that all three of us summer babies.
Yes.
Right? Well, I'm a spring baby technically.
Yeah.
Because I'm in September.
Yeah.
But you know, in the Black society, we only have 2 seasons.
And did
we
you
have
know, Gucci,
summer and winter?
the month in which you're born on most African calendars, that's when the year
starts. Yes, I know, in September. I am. I'm well aware, man. I've read up on my month. I've read up on a bit on the month of September, so I have a bit of an idea. Actually, now that you mentioned that, I remember, I think it was a year or 2 ago, I came across this video. This lady on Facebook or TikTok, was giving so much information and knowledge about the origins of the African continent. Not necessarily the origins, but just the development, rather, for lack of a better word. And one of the things that she mentioned was actually that in the African calendar, the year actually starts in September. And she was mentioning things like how, I don't want to make it like a racial thing, but things along the lines of how black people or how Africans are the ones who, taught the rest of the world things like essential oils and how to read the stars and the moon, because we didn't have dates per se.
We followed the sun. We followed nature as a way of life. So whenever, we noticed the patterns of the sun, we used, we used the sun, we used the moon, we used the stars for navigation and to let us know what time of the year it is or what time of the day it is. The seasons, then there's things like into asohlobo, into aso obsiga. I mean, it would have been nice for somebody, but I do know someone who can come in and
dissect all of those things
and
for
educate us because the first ever Sacred Sundays experience was held in winter last year, and we had the winter solstice celebration with a podcast named the Stoned Queer Podcast, and there you can actually learn more about the Kemetic African calendar. Where they talk about now we are in the season of Anpu, or we're in the season of Horus, those kind of things.
I see you.
Yes. So, and then it also has a symbolic significance to, the kind of things or the kind of transformation perhaps in your life symbolically that you can look forward to. And even when it comes to the season of winter, the theme for the one that we had was transitions.
Oh wow.
And of course, it looked at the transitions that we all take in life. And of course, since it's a Thursday and it's a time to reflect on the week and to perhaps see, to throw it back, man, a little bit to what we've been through up until now, and of course looking forward to the weekend, because again it's a quarter to the weekend, man. Thirsty Thursdays for those who are are those the ones who love to indulge.
Cheese and wine.
Musi says.
Cheese and wine. Happy hour.
Yes.
5 to weekend. How do you fail? Weekend is similar now. Got 10 or chase now. Or got 11 because we're late today. But once we're late already too. And we don't need ice in the ice buckets because the weather is. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, man. Everybody talk to me.
Yeah, man. We take him since I get quarter to weekend. Like, even yesterday I was telling one of the guys here that normally comes into studio. I was like, oh Joe, no, you're not gonna get 7:50. Get come on.
Getting over that midweek slump. You wanted to get over
to exercise my hand. No, it's a hand workout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can repel. You lift and put. You lift. You get it.
I get it.
Yeah, man. So we obviously want to hear your conception. Why am I talking about conception?
I don't know.
Your thoughts.
What you're trying to conceive.
I never fire. Fire away.
What you
Away. I never get it. You remember more COVID?
Yeah.
All those babies that were conceived
Yeah.
during COVID and then born in 2021, 2022. Never, chief. I'm 25 years, so I can't be having.
Bathungwena.
I am.
Mncane.
Yes. So I would love to hear your thoughts, and obviously, more of you are jumping on to the conversation. I see already on our YouTube comment section, TK Takalani coming through saying #Vuka Breakfast Show, #Sivugile, #Mavuga Amahle. Or Mavuga Nation. Yeah, man, very cool stuff. And then Tumza66 coming through saying, good morning, Mavuga, #Vuga Breakfast Show, #Sivugile. June is Juning. It's not June without a little bit of cold. #cold winter days. Very, very cool stuff. And then the last one is from Karabo Benjamin Ntorwane. Why do I feel this name is familiar?
I don't know.
Ntorwane. I think
Maybe to you.
No. Is it not Nkulu Daniel's surname Ntorwane?
No, that's not him. No.
No, it's not him, but his surname was it not Ntorwane? I think. But anyway, Karabo is coming through saying, "Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday." And then TK just jumped back in saying, "I miss you guys yesterday. I wasn't on board. Lost my cousin yesterday, so was up and down." I'm guessing for funeral arrangements. TK, man. Actually,
condolences.
Yeah, very, very
Sending
huge
condolences,
love
to
and
you
warm,
and
thoughts.
to the family. Yeah.
I remember even like last time we had Ubukosi also saying that he had to go lay his cousin's kid because the cousin's kid passed away, man. Condolences to that, hey. We feel very sorry for your loss, and we hope that your family also finds healing during this very traumatic and very sad time.
Yeah, man. I actually saw, because I didn't come through yesterday, right? I saw a WhatsApp status post from TK, but it was a bit later on in the day, and he had said that he woke up to not the greatest of news. And I'm guessing this was what he woke up to. And I didn't get a chance to see him yesterday, because we don't really necessarily see each other on a day-to-day basis like that, and so it's very sad to hear that. But TK Waktabapraka, we are with you as the Vooka team and as the Vooka Nation, and we are sending love and warm thoughts and warm hugs your way, to you and to the rest of the family, man. And we hope you guys will get through this trying time. And Mujimu is close to those who are heavy-hearted and are going through not the greatest of times. So I'm sure you guys as a family will get through this one. So with that being said, because we've lost out on so much time, guys, I want us to jump straight into what we have on a day-to-day basis, which is things that have occurred, right, in history, whether great and amazing stuff or maybe perhaps not the greatest of things. We always try to bring you all those great stuff. So today, on the 5th of June, in history, AIDS was reported for the first time following the detection of a rare form of pneumonia in 5 homosexual men in Los Angeles.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Right? It says here in June 1981, the MMWR published a report on 5 cases of pneumocystis, carni, pneumonia, PCP among young men in Los Angeles, marking the first documented cases of what would later be identified as AIDS.
Wow.
The CDC quickly launched investigations into identifying risk factors and create a case definition for surveillance. Within 18 months, epidemiologists outlined key risk factors, and by 1983, prevention guidelines were issued before the cause of AIDS was known. Since then, MMWR has published over 400 reports of HIV and AIDS, remaining a crucial source of information on epidemiology, prevention, care, and treatment. This is crazy.
That's quite interesting.
It is
That's
very.
a very interesting one, especially, when it comes to how maybe the history of where the stigma of, HIV amongst the homosexual
stemmed from.
community
Yeah.
stemmed
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
And I mean, there are programs like, I know there was on TV, right? American TV. There's a series called Pose.
Okay.
Yes. I think it's also on Netflix, where it dives into the lives of the LGBTQ IA plus community, but particularly the gay community,
Yeah.
and how that had to, how HIV affected that community,
Yeah.
especially, when, gay rights and pride
Yes.
was at its height, and, people having to come out and, all the stigma that surrounded being homosexual. And yeah, all of that, I think, wow. I mean, this being Pride Month,
I was
as
about to say.
well,
I was about to say.
that is quite an interesting fact about, HIV and
Very.
Yeah, that's very
and
Very.
within the homosexual community.
Yeah, man. And then the other one we have is from 1661. Isaac Newton admitted as a student to Trinity College, Cambridge. On June the 5th in 1661, Isaac Newton was admitted to Trinity College, Cambridge as a subsizar, meaning he worked to support his studies. His time there shaped his groundbreaking ideas in mathematics and physics, leading to his later achievements, including Principia, Mathematica. He became a fellow in 1667 and the Lucasian Professor of Mathematics in 1669, solidifying his legacy as one of history's greatest scientific minds. Very cool stuff. We learn on a day-to-day basis. And then the last one we have in Today in History is in 1990. South African troops plunder Nelson Mandela's home.
Wow.
This is during the apartheid era.
Yes.
On the 5th of June in 1990, South African security forces conducted a controversial raid on Nelson Mandela's residence in Soweto, Johannesburg, just moments after his release from prison. The raid was widely seen as an intimidation tactic against Mandela and the African National Congress, which is the ANC, during a tense political transition. This event highlighted the ongoing conflict between the apartheid government and the anti-apartheid activists as South Africa moved toward democracy.
Wow, the significance of this event in the greater scheme or political scheme of those times. I mean, this being Youth Month and signifying what was the Soweto uprising that happened in 1976, right?
Yeah. No, in 1990 this took place.
No, I'm
No,
saying,
talking
but
about
like
the- Oh, yes,
the
that-
significance of Youth
yes,
Month.
yes.
So I mean, that event. I mean, today in history, particularly on the 5th of June now in 1990, it gets, it puts things in a political, the political landscape at the time. It puts it into a greater scheme of things. It gives you a whole picture, especially considering the significance that the Soweto uprising had on the trajectory that the country went into. And of course, yesterday we were tackling human rights laws. And I mean, that is a prime example of why we have human rights laws for incidents like that, where that was in actual fact a human rights violation on the, president of South Africa, who then obviously later became the president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela. So now it also tells you and shows you how the long road to freedom, a long walk to freedom that we have walked as a country, and why Youth Month, months like these, and significant days like in our history and our heritage, such as Youth Day, exist to remind us and help us commemorate days that were significantly highlighted to impact our political and societal landscape right here in South Africa. And I know we have posed the question on our social media as to what does Youth Month mean to you. And as of course we are doing we have Today in History on Vooka Breakfast Show. I'm hoping more and more of those interesting and significant and relevant facts to this very month keep coming up, for people to perhaps go back to the drawing board and really think about what this month means.
Definitely, TC, definitely. Like I said on Tuesday when we were in conversation about it, is that we tend to forget or not necessarily be mindful of the significance of this day. Or rather of this month, and specifically the 16th of June. And, we've turned it into just another holiday where, people in society and in our communities just go about having a good time, not up a uniform. It's like, it's one of those days. But, Chief, when people who are there on that day talk about it, Soweto was black with smoke. There's no way in Soweto where you would walk.
Sometimes recalls those days and how they had to hide under the bed, and how some people, one of my brothers once had to sleep on top of the roof because police would be coming to raid houses and looking for
young
children, young men,
Yeah.
and he had to sleep on top of the house. In order to avoid.
To hide.
To hide.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was a lot, because I remember, for example, growing up where I grew up, I have some of my grandmother's friends and some of my mom's old friends. They're like, did you know that your house was a stash house back in apartheid? I was like, yeah? They're like, yeah, we used to hide there. When they couldn't find us where we lived, we would hide at your house and your grandmother hid us. Like, you don't know your grandmother. Your grandmother knows how to basically disassemble an AK-47 and put it back on. I was like, me, I need to escape the house that I live in. Because if my grandmother knows how to do that.
Is a real OG.
But she is. Like, believe it or not, we still have handcuffs at home.
Yeah.
I don't know why she even kept them. Or
maybe
who
they
she
say
plans
they're
on
symbolic.
handcuffing.
They remind her. Perhaps for her it's a memento, as to how far she's come and the struggles that she's been through, and of course the person that she is today, and the role she played in your freedom.
Absolutely. Man. So it's crazy stuff. So we hope that you have learned a thing or two when it comes to things that have occurred in history on this day. But of course, we keep it going, and we know that a number of South Africans have contributed in ways of inventions that play significant roles in our day-to-day lives, making it easier for you and I to conduct and go on our lives on a day-to-day basis. And today is no exception whatsoever. So with regards to inventions that have been made by South Africans, we have the first South African electric car was an electric 5-seat passenger car by Optimal Energy, a South African company based in Cape Town. According to the company, it was to have a nominal driving range of 150 kilometers and a top speed of 135 kilometers per hour, designed to achieve a Euro NCAP 4-star safety rating. It complied with the stringent EU standards. It was a concept car that was never released commercially. Development ceased in April 2012, and in June 2012, Optimal Energy announced its intention to close down. Wow. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's very, very, very cool stuff.
That actually is. But
things that have been invented by South Africans.
But then it's very cool in terms of being eco-friendly and also cutting down on petrol prices. But then for us, it's a disadvantage having an electric car in South Africa due to the amount of load shedding. No, let's be realistic, because you need to be able to charge it somewhere. Where are you going to charge it when there's no electricity?
But there are electric cars in South Africa.
I'm just saying that there are. But then when you look at, like, for example, in the hood, there are no charging points for electric cars. So you can buy one, but where are you going to charge it in the hood? Because I know that when you go to Sandton, I forgot there's this other place where that place literally has an electric charging points for electric Mini Cooper cars.
And electric bikes. I see those are a thing. I saw one. I actually saw one. It's happy song. I was shocked. I was like, electric bike.
What? An electric bike?
Yes, someone has one. It's happy song.
Why are you shocked, Chief?
No, not good to, not to put down Igasi or whatnot, but because of, the level of service delivery issues in Tepisong.
Yeah.
And, electricity being the hugest and biggest one. I mean, their electricity is so inconsistent that you can go sometimes 3 days without electricity, and they will tell you a bird tripped the line.
A bird.
Yeah.
Like for real. Like the reason for the outage is a bird. Like these are the excuses we get, guys. It's on the real. These are the kind of excuses. No, okay, Sauko, because of Inyoni. And then even in the group, they've started to make jokes. They call it Inyoni shedding.
Yeah, because I'm also saying that because like Zone 7, Zone 10, Zone 6 haven't had electricity since Sunday.
Yo.
It only came back today. Imagine, it came back as I was walking. Now I'm seeing the street lights are on. I'm like, oh, these people. Imagine from Sunday evening, they didn't have electricity until today. So own an electric car at your own risk. SO8.
No, but I mean, clearly, if you can afford an electric car, then
It means,
chances are you're not gonna be a resident
No.
of the southwestern township.
And now you're not. You need to
of
move.
Johannesburg. So anyway, these are some of the things that have occurred and inventions that have been made by fellow South Africans. So today is the 156th day of the year, and it would be the 157th if it were a leap year. And it also marks that there are 209 days left until the end of the year. What's that, December?
Nice. Okay.
She's of Shire. More like from the 10th of December all the way to the 31th of January.
I never,
Sharper.
guys.
Sharper.
Stop encouraging that.
We're not encouraging it. It's what happens, Chief. And it also marks that there are 29 weeks remaining. Today also marks that it is HIV Long-Term Survivors Day.
Wow.
This day is observed on the 5th of June each year. It also honors long-term survivors of HIV and raises awareness about their needs and journeys. The day was first observed in 2014, and the theme for 2025 is Leading with Legacy. Wow. Very cool stuff, ne? Very cool stuff.
And I would be very interested to see what the AIDS healthcare. Yes, because we had Nga.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what they do.
We've had a chat with Nga right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, and she is from the AIDS Healthcare Organization, right?
Yes.
So, AHF. Yes. So that foundation, not organization. So it's foundation. AIDS Healthcare Foundation. Thank you for that correction, Banele. So yes, I would love to see what they are doing for this day. Of course, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, we aim, to get involved in more awareness initiatives and awareness programs. So you do need to look out for that right here. But of course, if you are, you can always go on our website, www.vugadaily.co.za, to read some articles and stay up to date on some relevant content, exclusively relevant content that we have curated just for you. And of course, you can go and check out the interview that we had with Nga from the AIDS Healthcare Foundation at the Rand Show on the Vooka Clips playlist right here on the YouTube channel, on our YouTube channel. Of course, while you're there, do subscribe if you have not, and set those notifications so you can always be reminded when we are about to go live, and you can join in on our conversations and engage with us, because you know what? Your voice matters, and we love hearing from you.
Definitely, man. Very cool. Very, very cool stuff. And, on a day-to-day basis, there are people who are celebrating their birthdays, or who should be celebrating their birthdays because they were born on this day, the 5th of June. And today is no exception whatsoever. The first one, or the first birthday that we have here, is an actor, a famous actor that I'm sure TC, you and I will be familiar with, Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, yes. Mark Wahlberg. I love him. I love him.
Which movie comes to mind?
I love him in Ted.
Ted, yes.
Yes, I love him in Transformers.
Okay.
In some of the
last
Transformers that
the
he
last
did.
two Transformer movies.
Yes, that he did.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, Shia LaBeouf was doing a great job.
No, he was.
Shia LaBeouf was really doing such an
yeah.
amazing job there. Mark Wahlberg, what's another one that he did? Oh, there's so many.
Yeah, there's a lot. Spencer, Contraband.
Yes, Spencer, Confidentiality.
Yes.
Confidential, or is it confidential?
Spencer Confidential.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what else? There's so many.
There's a lot. There's There's that one he did with Dwayne Johnson and is it Anthony? Who's not Anthony Mackie? Is it Anthony Mackie? Who's Go Marvel? The guy who takes up being
Captain Marvel in the Captain America now. Yes, it is
Anthony Mackie. Yes, that movie that he did with Dwayne Johnson and Anthony Mackie. It's based on a true life story of people from I think the 70s or 80s.
The way I just have watched
so many movies
but
by anyway, Mark Wahlberg was born on this day, on the 5th of June in 1971. He's turning 54 years today. Has received multiple accolades, including a BAFTA award, and the nominations for 2 Academy Awards, 3 Golden Globe Awards, and 9 Primetime Emmy Awards.
Nice.
An actor who has played starring roles in such films as Boogie Nights, The Fighter, Ted, Transformers: Age of Extinction, Daddy's Home, and Lone Survivor. He also served as executive producer on the hit HBO series Entourage and Boardwalk Empire.
I didn't know that.
Same. Very, very cool stuff. And then the other one who is celebrating his birthday today is a renowned musician, Brian McKnight.
Oh, yes.
Born on this day, on the 5th of June in 1969.
Us crooners and romantics.
Don't want to relate. Us 25-year-olds.
What do you mean? So you can't
I know that you know one song.
No.
But you can't listen to golden oldies R&B when you're 90s R&B.
Yes, I'm not a 90s baby, chief. Scott's my Puma. He's turning 56 years today, and Brian McKnight's outstanding contributions to the music industry have earned him numerous Grammy Award nominations throughout his career. An R&B singer-songwriter who broke through with his album Anytime in 1997. He has been nominated for 16 Grammy Awards, among other honors. Very, very cool stuff. Brian McKnight, talk to us. Are you a fan?
Man, Brian McKnight, that's one.
You get out of my mind, everybody. Get out of my mind. I was thinking of that song. I was thinking of that very song.
I don't know the song.
Don't lie.
I don't know that song. Don't wanna.
What's the point? You're not that 2K.
Okay. We say.
I'm 25, so I mean, you know. And then the other person who is celebrating their birthday today is Jeff Garlin, born on this day in 1962. Why are all these people very close in age? Brian is 69. Mark Wahlberg 71. Jeff Garlin, 1962, 63 years today, and played Marvin on Mad About You, and Mort Meyers on Arrested Development for Fox and Netflix. Do you know him?
Yes.
I'm trying to see his picture there, Mr. B. I don't know if you can drag the picture to the last one.
I do know him.
Jeff Garlin, sounds familiar.
Probably know him as well.
Oh, yes. I know Jeff Garlin. Is he not in Daddy Daycare?
Yes.
With Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
I see. And then there's another one where he played, I think, is he not in 50 First Dates? Where
No.
Is it not him?
No.
But there's a movie that he's in, man. He's reading the script. Oh, I think it's Jennifer Aniston and who's that guy in 300? The leader. 300. movie the
Spartans.
Spartans.
Oh, what's his name? Gerald
Butler.
Yes,
There's
Gerard.
a movie Gerald Butler does with Jennifer Aniston where he's a Bale Baba Tsamba Bail Bail bondsman.
Oh, a bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter, yeah. Hey, Chief, see how we make connections with movies and stuff.
combos.
Yeah, man. There's a scene that Jeff Garland does where Jared Butler's character is on the phone and he's pretending as if he's talking to a friend, like a sincere and genuine conversation. I think it's him.
Okay.
I'm not sure. It says Jeff Garland played Marvin, like I mentioned. He's a comedian, a producer, and actor best known for playing Larry David's agent on HBO's Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. I was thinking about that, yes.
In 2013, he began playing Murray Goldberg on the ABC sitcom The Goldbergs. He voiced the character Buttercup in Toy Story 3 and the captain in Wall-E. He also played roles in the films Daddy Daycare and The Rocker and Bounty Hunter. I was right. I was, man. Come on. I know my movies.
Awesome.
Chief.
Look at you,
I know my
man.
movies. Mr. B, we need to upload that first episode of the movie challenge that TC and I did. And we need to do a follow-up because we ended it on a time. And the last person who's celebrating their birthdays today on Celebrity Birthdays is Victor McAuley. Victor McAuley. Born on this day in 1998, is 27 years today. One of his viral videos featured a prank set to music by Michael Jackson. Very interesting stuff. Social media personality and TikTok content creator who rose to fame as the patriarch of the Mac family account. Okay, the Mac family account.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's a family TikTok account that they have her, the wife, and the wife's sister, the sister-in-law. So they make like some pretty ridiculous comments. I remember there was one TikTok video where the wife came into the car, was like, "Babe, I stole," and then they have a kid, and then so the wife is white, and then the husband is black. Victor's black, the wife is white, and then the kid was like, "No, you need to get out. You need to get out. Dad, drive the car." And the wife was like, "Why?" It's like, "You're white, we black." Like,
if they find us with you, we go to jail.
I was like, "Hey, bro, you white, we black. Get out of here."
They're gonna think it's us. Get out of the car.
So I've actually seen them and I actually follow
The account.
the account, and I also follow them individually, the wife and the husband, and they have some pretty cool stuff. Hey, especially I like how the sister-in-law always defends the brother-in-law and forgets that that's actually her sister. But there was a time where Victor was cooking, and then the wife's like, "I don't like your cooking. You're cooking nice." I was like, "You don't have to eat it.
Yeah,
You can just go and cook."
Oh, nice. So it's
Yeah, man, it says he and his life partner have more than 7 million followers on the platform. Very interesting stuff. Yeah, I don't know if I know who Victor McAuley.
You
'cause
probably don't.
I'm not really a consumer that much of TikTok and stuff.
Yeah.
I know even on Tuesday there was someone that was it Tuesday or last week? Sometime last week that I was not familiar.
Yeah.
With. But
I was
anyway,
not familiar
these-
with Emmanuel's uncle.
Oh.
Emanuela's uncle.
clearly, hey, chief.
Hey.
That's right, you know. Anyway, this is what we have for you. And then a last birthday that I have. I don't know about you guys. Is there birthdays?
No.
That you guys have on your side? Someone who's celebrating their birthdays?
No, that one will come. It's coming very soon. I'll tell you guys on Monday.
Oh,
not
there's
this
someone
coming
okay.
Monday, but that
the other one. There's actually two people who are celebrating their birthdays that I know on a personal level. The first one is a friend of a friend.
Oh, nice.
Stembiso Ntingila.
Okay.
Ste is someone I met years ago, I think over 10 years ago, because this friend of mine, Kolani, and I have been friends for quite some time. And so I met him, you know, that Chomia Chomi. And
Yes.
you guys eventually also become very cool friends. So Ste is celebrating his birthday today. And yeah, man, he's a motivational speaker. He's had a sit down with the president,
Wow.
Ramaphosa. You know, he started a business and he went into the space of chicken farming, poultry.
Poultry
Yeah,
farming.
he went
Nice.
into poultry. Like he's someone who's he's an MC. He does quite a few things, man. And he's a very, very cool guy. very cool guy, just one of those guys you enjoy having around, so he's celebrating his birthday, and I hope that he has a great one. And then the last person who's celebrating their birthday is a girl that I used to sing with in the Mzansi Youth Choir. I still sing with her cousin now for A8, and just working in the space of music together. Tsogofatso Rahube from the East Rand, Udula Fosloras.
Oh, Fosloras.
They live go Foslo and Foslo. What did you say?
TC say she said Fosloras.
Yes,
Fosloras. TC.
Yes, Foslo. That's Afrikaans. That's
It's the Afrikaans play.
Foslo. Yeah.
Fosloras.
So Tsogofatso Rahube is also celebrating her birthday today, and I saw Miponi posted her in the early hours of the morning, and I hope she also has an amazing and great day. So for everyone who's celebrating their birthdays today, or who should be celebrating their birthdays because you were born on this day, anyone that you might know of, a family member, a friend, we as the Vooka Breakfast team would like to say
Happy birthday! Woohoo! Yeah! Hip hip!
hooray! 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 Hey, very, very cool stuff. We hope that you guys will have a great year ahead filled with love, laughter, and so much prosperity and success and great moments with loved ones. Very cool stuff. So, as we move on a day-to-day basis, you know that we try to bring you words that contribute to what we say and how we speak and how we articulate ourselves, right? Because we know that
In order for us not to bloviate.
and be blatherskites.
Yeah.
See what we did there? Come on, man. Hey, come on.
Look at
man.
us. Our vocabulary.
Chief, we are. Don't understand. We're elevating, man, because this is the aim of these words.
Yes.
We don't just bring you words fela for the fun of. No, man. You need to try and include these words in your day-to-day spoken language and ultimately your vocabulary, because the English language is varied and beautiful, and sometimes infuses or is confusing with its non-phonetically spelled words and complex grammatical rules. However, it also has many unusual and very cool words with some cool meanings to discover, and today is no exception whatsoever. The word for today is verve. Not verve yako mjayivong.
Not verve clico.
I was about to ask her about
Sing verve.
I was getting excited.
You know those guys, you know those videos. They kill me.
Yeah.
What's it 6 verve? What's it Domperignon? What's it Hennes? Now what's it 24? I'm like, guys, why do we do that?
I don't
Those things
know.
are nasty. I don't know, because champagne and wine and no. Anyway, the word for today is verve, and this word is a noun.
Okay.
And how you spell this word is as follows: V-E-R-V-E.
Oh, yes, verve.
V-E-R-V-E. Verve. And the definition of this word is great energy and enthusiasm in expression or performance. Great energy and enthusiasm in expression or performance. Right? And how you can use this word in a sentence is as follows: her verve on the breakfast show keeps listeners hooked every morning. Her verve on the breakfast show keeps listeners hooked every morning.
I know you're talking about me.
I mean, whatever makes you sleep at night.
Wow.
If you choose to be that person, the hair that we are
It's
referring
my
to.
affirmation of the day. Okay, I affirm it.
Yeah, man. I mean, similar words to the word verve are spirit, zest, vigor, and passion. So talk to me, TC. How would you use this word in a sentence?
Every morning, we here at the Vooka Breakfast Show give you the verve you need to get that daily positivity of the day.
Oh, wow. Very cool stuff. Talk to me, Afriberry. How would you use the word verve in a sentence?
Champagne.
Champopo.
Brr. Whenever she's on stage, her verve makes the audience fall in love with her performance.
Oh,
Nice.
that's cool. Very, very cool stuff. Very cool stuff, man. Whenever talk to us, how would you use this word in a sentence? The definition is having great energy and enthusiasm in expression or performance. The word for today, the 5th of June, 2025, on a Thursday morning is verb. Verve.
Yes.
Oh, we got a verb. Verve, which is a noun. So talk to us. Share your thoughts and your opinions. How would you use this word in a sentence? Very, very, very cool stuff. Challenges are gifts that force us to search for a new center of gravity. Don't fight them. Just find a different way to stand. On this Thursday morning, remember that challenges are gifts that force us to search for a new center of gravity. Don't fight them. Just find a different way to stand. Hope that you find inspiration in that message that I just gave you, so that you can go on your Thursday trying to align yourself with the relevant spirits and find alignment and a center of gravity. Very cool stuff, man. The time right about now is 37 minutes past the hour 9 o'clock on a Thursday morning, the 5th of June 2025. We've been talking for a minute and a half now, and we want to quickly run to the loo, pay our bills, grab a cup of coffee because it's cold, and maybe perhaps a glass of water just to rehydrate. And you and I and the rest of the team will see each other right after this cool stuff.
Escape the ordinary and discover the extraordinary with Swell Appeal Tours. Whether you're a group of friends or a family looking for a memorable getaway, Swell Appeal Tours has you covered. Our all-inclusive tours take you to South Africa's most stunning destinations, from the scenic beauty of Mpumalanga to the vibrant life of Gauteng and the coastal charm of Durban.
Only and exclusively right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blanco Network. On a day-to-day basis, this is what we do. We don't just talk. We don't just talk. We aim to have bold conversations with industry professionals, discussions that shift mindset, and content that's truly all-encompassing, compelling, and of course, thought-provoking. Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blanco Network. Spending some quality time with me, myself, and I, with Maria. Hey, myself, the one and only MOOCEE, Mr. My name is Musi, Mr. And I'm so excited and happy to be both in your company and in your presence on a very cold Thursday morning, the 5th of June, 2025. I'm not alone. I could never be by myself. I'm always with a great team, man. The Vooka Breakfast Show team, great and beautiful ladies. Talk to me. TC. Gamazibuga Shabalala, and of course the one and only Berry Blaze, Afri Berry. Hey, man.
Oh my goodness, Musi. I almost said Mo. There I am. So
Ramorata, Mo. No, there's nothing wrong, Chief. What's a lot of MMS? All of you are slowly. Stephen is in. He's in. He's contracted the MMS.
Yeah, he's got it
Definitely.
deep inside him. No, man. I'm enjoying today's episode. Although we started late, like you've said.
Yeah.
I'm feeling already. I'm already feeling more warmer than I was. The adrenaline is pumping. I can't wait for the weekend. Guys, I don't know, man. What are you actually, I want to know, what are you grateful for this week?
What am I grateful for? I am always grateful for the gift of life on a day-to-day basis. I think we take it for granted as individuals in society that we wake up every morning and we don't realize that it is a gift to be alive and it's not a privilege. And we should always be mindful that because we are visitors of this physical plane. Ultimately, we are all one day going to end up in the spiritual plane where we belong.
Yeah.
And so
a friend
I
of mine loved saying Oguti, you know, life is just us walking each other home.
Yeah.
And what you just said now, I was like, oh man, it just reminds me of that quote from them.
Yeah.
Oguti, life is just us walking each other home. And of course, this physical plane, right, that we have here, it's the present. It's what we have right now.
Yeah.
But of course, it's also like what we do here on Thursdays, about alignment, spiritually aligning yourself. And I think gratitude does that for us.
Yeah.
You know, and when we are grateful for life, it puts certain challenges and obstacles that we come across in our journey of life into perspective.
Yeah.
And to say that, you know, it is a journey, and on our way home, where we ultimately all going to end up, you know, it's good to sometimes just stop and smell the roses.
Absolutely.
A quote, that I have here from Usaki Padi, a motivational speaker that we have had here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, that says there's a huge difference between hard work and heart work. I pray you find your heart work.
Yeah.
And that is quite a beautiful quote, because, you know, we all work hard, but, you know, our heart does so much work, and it does half the task for us, because I mean, most of the time, most of us go where our hearts lead us. And I hope that everybody listening and watching right now, as much as you are doing the hard work in your daily lives right now, whether you're at work or at home, whatever you may be doing in this moment, don't forget to let your heart do the work.
Yeah. Talk to me. What are you grateful for?
Very.
You know, one thing for me that I'm grateful for is basically having the spirit of a fighter. Man, you know, life is not easy. Living is nimantlet. And I've had days when I'm like, hey, you know what, and like, so for me, I'm grateful for the fact that no matter what challenges I face, or no matter the hurdles that come my way, I still have the spirit of fighting. And I'm very grateful for the fact that I still continue to fight, and I still stand strong every time, even when I'm literally almost like 1% away from giving up. I still continue to fight. So I'm grateful for the fact that I am fighting for what I believe in, and I'm fighting to stay strong and strive and become the wonderful person I already am.
Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. You know, I'm not really much of a person who reads the Bible that often, and so, but I am, or rather I do try to be cognizant of the gift of life that I have on a day-to-day basis. And I'm also grateful for the gift of craft. And I'm grateful to, you know, the guides that are with me on a day-to-day basis. I'm grateful to my God, Modimo wa ka o ileng gore o nkadima bophelo, o nkadima poloko, pabalo le tshireletso on a day-to-day basis. These you know, because my friends have even gotten used to it. I'm one of those people whose thoughts escape and they come out verbally.
Yes.
I have those moments very often, multiple times a day, you know, and sometimes it's just me reflecting just in my moment. And like on a day-to-day basis. You know, when we pray here in studio, when we have lunch and we eat and stuff like that. And so I will go into my moment, and I'm assuming I'm not cognizant physically of what's happening, right? And those thoughts will escape verbally, and it will be me just giving gratefulness and thankfulness to my spirits for the gift of, guys, the craft is I don't see myself doing anything else except being a practitioner and an executioner of the craft and the arts and creativity. What we do here might look easy, and it's not. But
Hey, it's not, hey?
we-
If people knew.
Chief, the runarounds that we have here.
I always
Metatazelo
hear the
London.
guests when they come and they like, wow, guys,
The work that you guys do.
The work that you guys do.
Yeah.
You make it look so easy.
Absolutely.
And I love
Like,
It's our responsibility.
And I love that they say you make it
Look easy. Not that it is.
Not that it is.
Not
How
that
do
it
you
is.
make it look like it easy? You know, it's Musi when you said "Ole bogela pa ba lo polo ko le
Yes.
tshireletso." Hey,
Beautiful
Rovela
words,
nkusetsa
man.
go kerekeng man ka bela ka
Church.
gopola le pine nngwe ya kereke.
Ooh.
Hey, like Musi reminded me of
Spiritual
those other
alignment right
songs
there.
that I like to sing in church. And it's basically it talks about how I'm basically gonna stay graceful, ka tlasa paballo, tshireletso ya hao le poloko ya hao. And I'm
Amen.
like,
I know that song. It used to be a
Yay.
favorite of mine like years ago when I was in high school.
And
Amen,
it put me to that. TC now just it brought a vision of me literally back in church wearing my church uniform, and then kutum 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 kutum, and I'm there with the hands skipping.
Yeah, man.
And you in your spirit.
Yeah. So I mean, it's ke Thursday. Ke letsatsi la bomme, ke letsatsi la merapelo. It's spiritual alignment.
Yes.
You know, on a Thursday morning, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, and we need to take note of these things and be cognizant and be wary of these things. So,
talk about the.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, look, if you've just walked in, you've just joined us, you're still absolutely right on time. Right on schedule to catch your favorite audio and a visual breakfast show where radio meets TV exclusively on only right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blink-1 Network. So, before we went for that quick break, we were dissecting and getting into the conversation about being a member, an official member of the family and part of the Vooka Nation. And we tried to fix that audio thing. So, TK, please come back through and tell us if you can hear us now, but I'm sure that you can. Zinzi Elizabeth is saying, truth be told, TC, you guys really make it look easy and effortless. Big ups to the whole Vooka team, including those behind the scenes. I love it. Come on, Zinzi. Come on. You know what we should do? I think, Mr. B, because now it's cold, ne? When it starts getting warmer.
Yes.
It starts getting warmer. Ne? Let's maybe invite 2 or 3 people a day to come and hang out with us between the hours of 7 and 10.
Oh, that would be
right?
amazing.
When it's nice and warm, so that we can also hang out outside and take pictures and stuff, so that they can see what actually happens behind the camera and behind the mic. Behind the scenes, essentially,
Yes.
BTS, the preparation, the things that you are saying to each other off camera, when guests arrive, the setting, the books, they're behind you guys, all of those things. TK is coming through saying it's fixed now. Cool stuff, TK. So, it would be cool to have like TK, Bozenzi, and all of those people who are always spending some quality time with us every morning so that they can see the hassle and the bustle and the run around and the back and forth, woman. But as executioners of the craft and practitioners in the space, this is our responsibility, especially as musicians. I'll be biased now and speak from a musical point of view. It is part of our responsibility is to make it look like, Chief, I wake up and I do this like.
Yeah, I woke up like this.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But there's a lot that goes into it. It's a conversation that I usually have with Katie. And it's like, hey, Chief, how can we elevate?
Yes.
Because our biggest, or as an individual, your biggest competition should be yourself.
Yes, it is
you
yourself.
should try and elevate on your own self, because you're only as good as your last performance.
Yes.
So I'm only as good. Today I'm only as good as what I did on Tuesday.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? The last performance that I had, the last live performance that I had on stage was on the 11th of May. And I'm only as good as that performance. And Chief, go and watch it. I destroyed it. I killed it.
Look at you.
We'll play it a bit later and I'll show you. Hey,
Yeah.
Chief, and the next thing Kimmy says, Chief's in the winning country the night before. Chiefs had won the country the night before.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, Zinzi, we do try to make it as effortless as we can so that you guys can have a good time while you're consuming all of this content that we try to bring you on a day-to-day basis, right? And the reason we're talking about this is that Uzinzi is now a platinum member of the Vooka Breakfast Show on YouTube. And as Mr. B was explaining to us, is that what happens is you pay 29 rands on a month-to-month basis. And what this happens is that it contributes to the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yes.
Right?
Stumza 66 is also.
Stumza 66 is what? A golden member? He's a
Wow.
gold member. Yeah, man. So there's people who have taken.
They are
gold or
members,
platinum?
guys. You can
He's a
become
golden
a member
member,
of the
and then
Vooka Nation.
since he's a
and we
platinum
encourage you
member.
to
Come
become
on.
one. I truly encourage you to become one, because it shows all the love and support. And you've obviously, are making sure that, the Vooka Breakfast Show is always live and able to come into your lives and your mornings and bringing you that daily positivity for that energetic start to the day. And of course, the love and support will ensure that we as the Vooka Breakfast team keep making sure that we bring you the content that you love. And obviously it shows us that you obviously love the shows that we give you and the content that we give you, and it shows that you are in support of us. And anyways, I love you guys, Vooka Nation. You guys are the absolute best. You guys are the real MVP.
Yeah, man.
Very cool stuff. So, members who are of the silver level,
Yes.
pay R5.99.
Yes.
Right. A loyalty badge that members only live chats, priority reply to comments, early access to new videos, photos, and status updates. Members only chat rooms.
Wow.
So members can have their chat rooms there. And then for the gold level, it includes perks from previous levels, only videos, only polls, only shorts, and shout outs from us as the Vooka team, the Vooka Breakfast team, right? Connecting on social media. That cost R9.99
Wow.
to be a gold member. And then to be a platinum member, it includes perks from previous levels and discounted merchandise, gameplay with you, and only live streams. This will cost you R29.99 a month.
So that means when the Vooka Nation merch comes out, Zinzi is going to have first-hand and exclusive access
dibs on
to
it.
that. She's going to have dibs on that, and trust me, guys, that merch is coming up. It is
yes,
coming.
definitely.
Fast, quick,
Definitely.
and hot.
And in a hurry. Vroeg in die morgen. Vroeg in die ochtend. You know, very cool stuff. So before we get into what I want to talk about, guys, I want to share a picture that TK shared with us a bit earlier on in the morning, showing us that he was out there this morning. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm sure you can. So TK is always sharing his thoughts and opinions with us on social media and, of course, on WhatsApp, as you've heard his voice when he sends through his voice notes. And he was driving, I don't know to where, but of course I'm sure it's with regards to the funeral preparations that he spoke about a bit earlier on. So this is what his morning looked like, and he sent this at 07:39, almost 20 minutes before the hour, 8 o'clock in the morning. And I mean, we were supposed to have been live at the time, but at least we were showing it now. So TK, shout out to you, man, and we hope all the preparations will go smoothly. Very cool stuff. So guys, I want us to talk about okay, Zinzi comes through on YouTube, says we can hear you now. Cool stuff. Thanks, guys. I don't know if let me quickly go check on Facebook, but as I'm checking Facebook, I want us to talk about things that we can share, right? Specifically physical things
Okay.
that we can and cannot share, right? And the reason I'm asking this is that sharing personal or certain personal items can lead to the spread of germs and infections. Items like toothbrushes, razors, headphones, and towels should be avoided due to their potential to transfer bacteria, viruses, or even fungi. Similarly, personal items used for skincare, makeup, or hair care should be kept private to prevent the transmission of bacteria from dead skin cells or other pathogens. Right? And we have a few things that I'm sure Mr. B will pull up for us on our screens so that we can see what we are talking about. Hygiene and personal care. So before we get to these ones, let me hear what you guys think. Some of those things that should not be shared, but you've found yourself sharing, whether with friends, family,
Your partner. Okay, so this can
loved
be
ones,
with anyway. Okay, so okay.
Work colleague. What are some of those things? TC, talk to me.
I mean, I've shared a comb.
Okay.
A comb. I've shared a toothbrush.
Why are we weird like what that?
I've shared
Why
a
are we weird like what that?
because
She knows it's frowned upon. Utterly and completely.
I don't care. Okay.
Okay, but what are things that should not be shared?
Should not be. I mean, obviously, I can't share those with someone who's not my partner.
Okay.
Like,
So are you saying that if it's with your partner, it's okay?
yeah.
For you?
Yes, for me, it's
Or
okay.
are you like...
No, I mean,
as a standard thing
we
across the
share
board?
fluids, so of course we can share like things like that. So if for real, I don't understand, Mina. For me, okay, I understand if you're saying it's a hygiene thing. Or no, I can't brush my teeth with the same toothbrush my partner brushed their teeth with. Okay, sharp, it's fine. But then,
So are you implying? Sorry, everybody. Are you implying that because when two people are partners,
yes.
Are you implying that because they are partners, it's justified because they share fluids? So sharing other physical items is okay. Is that a justification?
Yes. For me. For me, it is. Because, I mean, it's not everything. Like, I would not recommend you wear my underwear or anything like that. But...
Asaz, who's the man? The boyfriend told me maybe you're going to I really want going through. Who knows, Chief? Chief, who knows?
My cheek.
But I've seen, I've seen TikTok content where, like, POV, when my girl leaves for work and I get a chance to wear all her stuff, and then this guy comes out. Hey, this guy comes out and he's trying like her face masks. He's trying her gown, and like he's like full on taking like because us women, when it comes to self-care, we've got different products for everything, right? There's face masks, there's the face masks for
Don't
skincare.
worry, my son also says this.
What, Max?
Mask.
So like face masks and all that stuff. Okay, like this doesn't want to be on my neck. It's okay, But another thing like that I know is like when I have a partner, I love wearing their clothes as well. So
Have you ever worn BVD?
Boxers for me, like that's boxers. It's like shorts.
High five, girl. I thought I was the only one.
No, it's
so high five for now. I thought I was the only one. I'm
like shorts, dude. It's like I'm wearing shorts. It's fine. I can wear
I like
that.
the way Moose is looking
like
at us.
Moose is like shaking his head like One thing for sure, if I'm those girls that will take your hoodie.
Thanks, no. Thank you, no.
Even your shirt, if it's like in the correct length, it's very long. My guy, I'm like, yo, Marish. And I think I will dirty that shirt on purpose.
So you can take it.
I can
wash it for you.
It's fine. Trust me, by the time I say I wash it for you, it ain't never coming back. It's not coming back. But yes, for me, I'd never share a toothbrush. A cup, yeah. A spoon, yes. Toothbrush, no. Deodorant, no. Lotion, yeah.
Like roll on, no.
No.
You don't. Yeah, no. Even okay. With roll on, I'm also a bit because when it comes to like the physical, for body odor and that, yeah. I mean, we don't all have the same. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, no.
Here's my thing. The reason I'm pulling a face and I'm frowning upon it is I don't know. I've been by myself for a long time.
Okay.
Like not myself as in like I don't have family or anything, but like as much as I'm an individualistic thinker. No. Hey, Chief, you don't want to get into that one. I get totally part of the whole. But here's the thing. I have a hard time. Now I've learned how to share, but from time to time there are things that like I'm like no. Like now the girls that I've dated, there's one girl who took a shirt of mine. I bought it in December of 1 year.
Yeah.
And then in like January, February, and then she came over and then she like not very nice. And then she's like, no, she was wearing like a white shirt and she's like, I don't want to get my shirt dirty. Please borrow me like a dark shirt. Then I gave her black. And you've noticed that I like neutral colors, like the blues, the browns. You remember we spoke about it on Tuesday, right? It was a nice black shirt that I had bought myself in December, of the previous year. And like there was a month or two.
Yeah.
Next was so I'm like,
gone.
Whatever. We're here, cheats go fella. And then I'm like, okay, here's a shirt. She to this day, she's like, yeah,
it's like for real for me. So, it's mementos.
No, it's not. Thanks. The advantage that I have, never, Chief. You see the advantage that I have. The reason I still have a lot of my hoodies, the ones that I want to say tat and all of these hoodies that I have. The reason that I still have them is that I'm a small-bodied guy. So in more than most cases, all of my clothes don't fit a lot of people, whether friends or girlfriends or family or in. So I have that going on for me. But even if they did, Chief, no, bring back.
You're not getting it
There's
back.
a story that I'll
that
tell you.
hoodie, you're not getting it back.
There's a story I'll
if
tell
you
you
ever
off-
give
off
me
air,
your
off
hoodie
camera.
and you're my partner,
No.
you're not getting
Chief,
it back.
no. There's a story I'll tell you off air. So some of the things that should not be shared, because it says here's a more detailed list of items to avoid sharing.
Okay.
Right. One of them will be, like you just mentioned, roll-on deodorant. Right. Because when we were having the conversation about Hotlapa on Tuesday, taking showers and baths on a regular basis, we have different skin types under our arms, right? On our armpits. There's people who shave. Sorry about that. There's people who shave. There's people who don't shave. There's people who use shower gels. There's people who use soaps, and we use different brands of soaps, right? And so, because of the differences in our skin types, sharing roll-on could lead to possible
Little
bacteria exchanges, or skin infections and all of those things. So those are that's one of the things that you should avoid as an individual to share with anyone. Nje. The other one is toothbrush. Because toothbrushes can transfer bacteria and viruses from one person's mouth to the other. So whether you exchange fluids in other ways or not, Chief, avoid the sharing of toothbrushes, guys.
Yey.
TC, it's not recommended.
Nizongeka.
When I know what justify, because I'm
And nyamthanda.
yeah, so but it doesn't mean you should no. Oh, Tandiwe.
Salayo. Judge me. Angnandaba.
No, we're not judging, we're just looking.
The other one that should be avoided to be shared is razors.
Okay, I know that one. Hey.
Like the shaving
Yes,
camera
I
for
don't share
guys,
those.
And for girls, because you guys,
Yes.
you might shave
Your legs and everything.
and whatever else. So razors can spread infections if not properly cleaned, and can transfer bacteria from one person's skin to the other. So razors should also be something that is avoided.
Yes, you know that there was a guy who was a friend of my brother's. I remember one day, like,
you have a brother?
yes, I've got 3. I had 3, but now I only have 2. So so like my brother, so this guy comes and he's screaming, right? He is screaming, he's in pain. And we're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? He had just used, the shaving stick to shave, but then now he got skin eating bacteria, on his thing from that shaving stick because he was using somebody else's. And now, if you see, it literally looks like a burn on his face now. It looks like he got burnt, but it was skin-eating bacteria from that shaving stick. At first, he said it started just like as a burning sensation as he shaved. Okay, he's shaving, and then obviously on his head he's shaving, and then suddenly he's like, no man, I'm feeling discomfort, like it's burning, like ngathi there's fire on my face. And from there, like it just got bad, like it just went from bad to worse. And then he got hospitalized, and then found that he got skin-eating bacteria.
But
Can he still grow his beard?
No,
he
it
can't.
doesn't grow. No, because it's like a burn. Have you ever seen burnt skin?
Oh, burn victims.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So the pores and hair follicles are dead now. Sheesh, man, very bad stuff. So, Waban, what teeth brush? So the other stuff that you should avoid sharing is lip stuff.
Okay.
Lip stuff. This is lip
Chap.
gloss,
Okay.
lip balm, lip ice,
Okay.
lipstick, things of that nature, things of that sort.
Why?
Right? Because lipstick, lip balm, and lip gloss can spread herpes and other infections. Why Atara everybody? It can.
Because that's the first thing that came.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
laughing because
first
you
thing
said
that
it
comes to
before
my
she
mind.
did.
Yeah. Mara, I thought maybe she's referring, maybe thinking of other ways of contracting herpes.
No, I just know very
No, I'm
much.
saying her. I'm saying her.
That's why.
Me, I was laughing because she said it first and then you said it after. I was like, okay, so
Because that's the
how
first
you
thing
read
I know
mine
of.
now?
Yeah, in the sense that most people I know that for that because of that oral herpes, they're like, I
And
don't.
the gents that eat a muffin,
Yeah.
that go downtown. You know that skit to that. That skit to that JB Fox does.
Yeah.
We'll play the
Yes.
later on, that joke that he does.
Yeah, and girls that
God,
eat grind gel.
downtown. Very funny. Very funny. Other stuff that you should avoid using or sharing is towels and face cloths, right? These can transfer skin infections and other microorganisms.
So you can't share a face cloth with your person?
No. Absolutely. Tisi, do you me?
Let it happen, life boy. I can life boy with lady jam.
No. Even soaps, chief. No. I'm one of those people when I go visit. I go with
You
my
take with
own
your own soap. I mean, of course, you go with your own toiletry bag.
I promise you, I wash my own like rag.
And I mean, I know in the shower, in showers you can get like athlete's foot,
Absolutely.
and that's why
And,
some people shower with
kind of
flip flops on and
Yes.
such.
Yes.
So
shower sandals.
yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
I have like a smaller towel that I use. I mean, depending on where I'm visiting. But of course, either way, whether it's a shower or bath that I'm going to be using, I come with my own towel that I use for stepping on after stepping out of the bath or the shower. So like I'm one of those people. I don't like inconvenience. That's the other
so
thing.
how many bags do you travel with?
Chief, I don't care. If it takes going with like 5 bags, I will carry them. Like I'm one of those guys, bruh. Like I'll pack like 4 jeans and I'll be visiting for like 2 days. So I'm one of those people. So avoid sharing things like towels and face cloths because they can transfer skin infections and other microorganisms. Right?
Okay.
Other things that you should try and avoid is shoes. Right? Is shoes.
Can't wear another person's shoes.
No, chief. No.
Wena wa bona ga lo kenya ditlhako tsa motho wa gwen.
No.
Size my babole ya igcoka.
Because they have guys.
Wena unandaba because uthi ngisendlini ababoni. Wena.
I know a couple of women who wear their partner's shoes.
No.
Apparently it's romantic, Musi.
No. What's
Just want
romantic
to climb
about-
inside your skin and wear it as
thanks.
a coat.
No, bruh. No. Chief, no. I'm sorry. Like, look, maybe I'm putting myself in not the greatest of lights. Maybe when I OC last time.
And now she's like,
Yo, this guy.
Oh, Woody.
I never, but I'm sorry. These are conversations that we should have at the beginning of relationships. No, honestly, with people, like, are you a sharer? Like, would you mind if, like, I randomly wore your shirt?
So kusho ukuthi wena singakshare kahle kahle.
Ningangenzani?
Singakshare.
How so? What do you mean?
Polygamously so
no.
or polyamorously so.
In what sense, though?
Relationship ikali.
Yeah, but like based on what? Where are you taking this from? What's the premise of?
I get it, like
You don't share your items, so kusho ukuthi wena uyashereka.
No. I am a monogamous thinker.
Are you monogamous or just
I'm a monogamous thinker and executioner of things in my life.
Oh.
Holistically.
One at a time.
So, did I come to you, Ali, Chief?
One at a time.
Give your attention to one thing
One
at a time.
for
Chief,
you.
don't get me wrong. I can multitask. I can, because I'm a multifaceted individual.
Oh,
You get what I'm trying to say?
now,
I'm
there you
a
go,
Musi
there you
Mist
go.
man. And I know how to, handle, because I have 2 hands and, I can split my concentration. But I much prefer to be a monogamous thinker.
But maybe Ukoko Mari Jane can let us know about the spiritual
implications.
Of
ramifications.
sharing
Absolutely.
izinto ezifana nalezi,
Yeah.
if there are any that azaziyo yena.
Other things that you should avoid is headphones. headsets.
Like AirPods and things.
Right? I don't have mine. I would show you. The picture that is being shown now that you're seeing on your screens is pods that I've been using, but now I've changed. I'm using these ones, rubber, where you have to push them in. They're actually
Which
like
is why now many of them come with interchangeable ones.
Yes,
where you can
those
change
rubber
the
things,
head.
right? So, for instance, things like these. Yes, mine are very similar to this.
Okay.
Right, and I'm sure you can see on your screen the ones that I have. You know, the normal casing and stuff like
Yeah.
this. So this rubber thing, for instance, I mean, I had an ear
Infection,
problem.
yeah.
Well, not an infection.
Oh.
Thank God.
Okay.
But I had an ear thing 2 weeks ago, and I can still, from time to time, feel some discomfort.
Okay.
Right? But the doctor said, fortunately, it wasn't bruised and it didn't have an infection. But I was advised to apply sweet oil, other. You know, methods I was advised by people is milk from a mom from the.
Oh yeah, that is breast milk, because that is actually an old traditional method
get
of
rata ya
basically
kgale.
curing if you have like blockage on your nose, like for us
Can I
people
use
with
it for my
sinuses,
eyes?
even
Breast
with your
milk.
eyes, your
Yeah.
eyes, your ears, your nose,
Eyes, I've heard a small boy's urine,
Yeah.
not
especially
milk.
Like their first morning urine.
Yes. Like 5 years and younger.
Yes.
Yeah, for matlo as rata for your eyes. But for ears, I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing about nose, a blocked nose.
I know with my mom, because sometimes that's what she does with my little brother, because I need to use nasal spray or like a bit of salt water. But if it doesn't clear up, she goes in. Choo.
So it says headphones or earpods and headsets can expose you to ear infections and other pathogens if shared. So the sharing of things like this is not recommended and should be avoided as much as you can. And, other things that you should try and avoid is Q-tips.
Like Vele, who would do that?
Q-tips and other skincare accessories can carry bacteria from dead skin cells, right? Those are some of the things you should try and avoid. TC from now.
I only mentioned one.
This thing of justifying that.
I only mentioned one that was on that list.
We share.
That I shared.
We have fluid exchanges
shared
here.
before.
Zinzi coming through on YouTube saying, Musi, once we take your clothes or items, just know it never comes back. Just accept that you are giving it away. Plus, we take good care of them. I don't know about taking good care of it. It differs from individual to individual. I don't know where my shirt is. It's probably right now. Hey, imagine skipper saka ke serata chief. Yo. There's a nice story I want to tell you guys off camera. Hey, chief, well, the one that I can mention is socks. This girl came over once and she was cold and it was hot when she came over.
Yeah.
And then a bit later on it started raining and it was like cold and windy, and I gave her, I actually have a picture, I'll look for it. I gave her socks, ankle high socks. I love those when I'm at home, so I gave her those socks, and eventually when she left, she was like, yeah, I'm like, they're yours. I'm giving them to you. I was like, yeah, no, keep them.
Hi, Shem, when you're dating Musi, it's hard times for you, man.
Keep those socks.
The only
Kids
thing
are-
you share is a bed.
Yeah. So those are some of the things that you should avoid making use of. And then there are other things. Sorry? Not borrow. So other personal items that you should try and avoid borrowing or sharing are things like water bottles, fast food trays, right? Water bottles can transfer bacteria and viruses. Fast food trays typically only wiped down and not thoroughly cleaned, increasing the risk of germ transmission. Phones, guys. Phone ya gago ke gago.
How about home?
Phone.
I know.
Phone.
Extra.
Phones can be a breeding ground for germs and bacteria due to the close contact with the face and mouth.
I
I get
send
the
me
phone.
extra. Mara send me extra now. So now I can't borrow Banele's phone.
Yes, you can.
Phones.
Chief, o batla mo phone ya motho.
but
Bring back the phone.
Bring it back.
No, it's a no from me.
Other
Okay.
personal items that you should try and avoid borrowing or sharing is home office supplies. Sharing office supplies can spread viruses and bacteria.
Nah, man, that
Pens.
just sounds so hypochondriac.
Yes, absolutely.
Because Afri uses, just explain it that she takes the tip. And
She takes the tip.
Or
Oh.
what do you want?
Oh.
And then wait, what do you want? And I'll tell her my one gets off town.
Ah, no, man, why Lily so?
Nonsense. EpiPens should also be avoided being shared and borrowed. Should be used only by the person who has been prescribed an EpiPen.
Okay, because for me, an EpiPen is like an injection.
Yeah, adrenaline
So
rushes. We can't
why-
be using the same
no,
needle.
we can't.
Yeah.
No.
And then gums, candles, and other food items can transfer bacteria and viruses.
Like if I'm like a lollipop
Don't give
and I'm
me-
like, take.
Yeah. Silverware, utensils, and plates. While often washed, it's best to avoid sharing items that come into close contact with the mouth.
Guys.
You know those
Wow.
dads. You know those
my
dads.
mouth is clean.
Do you know those dads and those grandmothers who have their own cup, their teaspoon, their plate, their sauce?
Yeah, and if you
saucer?
touch them, you're dead.
I
Like
bet you see-
nobody uses. That's my mom.
I think
you
I'm gonna
don't
be
use
that
her
kind of
cup.
dad, yeah.
You don't like. Bruh, she is very super OCD about
Yeah.
her things. Like you don't use her things. My mom.
Yeah,
She,
I think I'm gonna be one of those.
Yeah.
At least now
those
you
old
goes,
people.
you guys
That's
know
gonna
why
be
I
you.
always ask who used my cup. I left it here, but it's there. Who used my cup? You know now.
I'm like that. I'm an undiagnosed OCD.
But guys, okay, in order for your immune system, right? Your immune system.
stop
Wait,
justifying.
wait. I'm not justifying, but in order for your immune,
bacteria.
guys, it needs bacteria, right?
fight it off.
To fight off, so it can practice fighting off because that's its job. Now, if you are like constantly down,
what
like
extent,
that's
though?
why that's why like OCD, abantaba OCD, who overly clean, it's like obsessive compulsive
Disorders.
disorders. Who there's this woman. I remember this one documentary I watched regarding OCD.
Her hands are
OCD
peeling because she washed them too much.
too much. You wash, so you literally taking the protective barrier off, and like you wearing down the system that. You're not giving it the practice it needs. So now but wait, guys, like before you were told of all these things that exist, these germs and whatnot, like
but that's
why
but
immune
that's the purpose
system
to learn.
80s is strong.
I never.
Now the people that lived before, it's so strong. They survived. About bubonic plague.
Well,
and
so
about
you're those
NE.
people who believes that Kolobe non sakeleswe could never be made chief.
Hey,
I get this
I'm
about
not saying-
I'm that guy who will have like 3 toothbrushes that have never been opened, sealed.
Yes,
So that
I mean, obviously.
No, not just for me.
Okay.
For in case anyone
comes and visits and they don't have.
I'll have 5
yes.
face cloths. And I can berekisi. How can I berekisi? Ke gago.
Yes,
Like, your
you
sala
can
wena.
take it with you, yeah.
And then, no, it's fine. If you want to leave it there, don't worry. I'll keep it safe for you. And then I'll buy 2 more to replace the one that's been used. Honestly. Honest,
gosh,
man.
guys.
Like, I'm
Not
I don't know.
even one more, 2 more.
Ah, man, no, man. And then things like personal information should also be avoided being shared and borrowed. Never share your passwords, bank information, social security number, or other personal details with anyone you don't trust.
I don't trust you, Vanel.
I mean, we saw what happened, Chief, last week. We won't get into the details.
Yes.
But things of that nature.
Yes.
Because by avoiding sharing these items, you can help prevent the spread of germs and infections. So share your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between. What are some of the things that you might know of or things that we might not have mentioned from the list that we just gave you as to things that should be avoided being shared and avoided? We'd love to hear
Avoid
from
sharing your partner.
you. Yes.
Avoid sharing your partner.
I died.
Avoid.
Unfortunately.
Mr. B, talk to me.
should one lend out books?
Books. Oh.
I mean,
Oh, you know how I feel with that one.
No, I'm so mad because Mina, my copy of The Secret has never made it back to me. after I lent it to somebody, and yeah.
Are you and
see,
that person
and
still talking?
not really. I'm like,
Have you
where's
ever
my
visited
copy
their
of my
house?
book? And they're
Have you
like-
ever visited
You
their
see,
house?
the thing is, they keep avoiding for me to come to their house because they know I'm gonna take my book.
And they know you're going to take more than one.
I mean, I don't know. From a point of your perspective of it not coming back, sure. I would advise that you don't borrow or share, right? But also for the fact that let's try to bring it back to what we're talking about: bacteria, germs, and things of that sort. We know like things like tables, books, phones. Like let's think of it in the concept of a phone, right? Because phones are are in close contact with our faces and our
Like
ears
that
and our
one
mouths.
time, someone here at the studio tried to take a phone into the bathroom, and it's like, ew, no,
Why
no,
would you do that?
No,
What
that's
one
something we
did
all
that?
use. The tablet,
Remember-
yes,
Yeah.
like no, we all use that one. You cannot do that.
So yeah, I would advise that. I mean, if you want to read it in the moment there, yes, it's fine. Like if you come to studio and like we have the shelf behind you guys there, you can have a read and check out what's happening. But borrowing, because I don't know who's going to.
Yeah, and other people, other readers, they highlight, because I mean, I remember at my school library when we used to borrow out books. I was in primary school. I loved reading the Goosebumps. Remember Goosebumps, the series?
Oh, yes.
Of books. But then you'd find that people have highlighted certain things, highlighted maybe underlined words they didn't understand to research or whatever. So I mean, books can be a very personal thing.
Yeah.
Where because you're reading it and you put notes, you highlight, that kind of
lick
stuff.
the pages.
You lick the pages.
Especially if it's my own property, I'm gonna lick the pages. I literally go in because I like the way it goes.
I used to see, oh yes, when people used to, my mom, when she
sound of
used to
it.
do with magazines, that's how she.
So it says books can generally be shared, but it's important to consider hygiene, especially when it comes to shared objects that are frequently handled. While the risk of serious illnesses from sharing books is generally low, it's not entirely non-existent. Here's a breakdown of what to consider: germs and books. Low risk of infection. Studies suggest that while bacteria and viruses can survive on paper and book surfaces, the likelihood of getting sick from them is generally very low. Your immune system is typically well equipped to handle the common germs you might encounter. Respiratory secretions. The highest risk of germ transmission is usually from respiratory secretions, like from a cough or sneeze. If someone is actively sick and handles a book, there's a slight possibility of transmission through, though influenza, for example, typically survives on paper for less than 12 hours.
Okay.
So, there are quite a few things that you can think of when it comes to the sharing and borrowing of books. Things of that sort. Okay. Dust and mold. For some people, dust and mold on books can be a bigger issue than bacteria or viruses, especially for those with allergies. See things like that. Like, I'm going to give you my book and they tear the pages, and we know kids are prone to have are prone to be
a little bit destructive.
But also they contract diseases very easily because the immune system is
Really weak,
exactly. Ngwana tla ba ithimulela or tshwara stock sweet ba se beya mo, then
You
there's
guys
marks and stuff.
really, you can paint a picture.
Absolutely.
We can traumatize
Try to make
you.
me get disgusted with everything, and
So-
I'm not a very squeamish person.
I am.
I'm not easily disgusted. I'm not easily disgusted. Hey, Mara, then maybe that's why, like, a lot of things, like, they made me handle a lot of things.
Yeah. So, Moketsi man comes through on Facebook saying, for years, use breast milk from any twins you'll get healed.
Hey, wait to Wicked. I don't trust him. First of all, it's coming from Wicked. I don't trust.
And then he comes back, he's saying, sharing is caring. That leads to pairing. Then we end up married.
Thank you, Max, for maximum temperature.
Away.
Awe ing. The controller is already out to make it. Out. So I would love to hear your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between. What are some of the things that you consider to not be shared? Or avoid sharing and borrowing personal items with regards to hygiene and personal care. On our YouTube page, Mam Timbi comes through, says, yes, Mr. Mist, 100% agree with you. And then she says, even though you washed the dishes before using them, you must first rinse and not wipe it. Absolutely.
Oh yes, no, with dishes that's what I do. And I take that when I want to use like a dish out of the cupboard or whatever, I always like
running water.
I put it there through running water, like hey.
Yeah.
And then like utensils as well. Like okay, let's
everything.
rinse this spoon.
Everything.
I was good to see big nanny.
And people yes, in the cupboards and stuff. People, you know, when I mentioned it before COVID, I was already someone who is an adamant user of sanitizer, soap. When I get home, the first thing that I do when I get home is wash my hands. Okay. Every day.
Oh, and then there's also those people who don't wear shoes into the house. Like there's a different shoe for outside. Like when I go outside, take that.
I know
then
in
when
Asian
I get
countries,
inside, the shoes
or
come in, and the sand, and then you put in like maybe like these
loafers or stuff,
loafers or these plush
Crocs,
shoes. So
I mean that I'm not really squeamish about. I mean shoes is, but I get the idea behind it and the concept behind it, and I wouldn't mind doing that myself. But I feel like for guests and other family members, to come and visit, it might be too much of a hassle. But maybe Kelly Clunk, Leslie Manyate. What if maybe Leslie? O bezakali nyathelo leli nali a vumber.
Oh wow!
You know, Kelly Clunks. So it's different, man. Like for shoes, like I can.
Kelly Clunks.
Yeah, get up into terms and terminology. So with shoes, I mean, it's you know, foot care is not something that everyone is prone to.
And other people just have like
natural
issues, with naturally,
you know.
Because I know for one of my brothers has an issue. It's like it's a medical problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Like even for armpits, I've seen that you can get injections.
Yes.
For things
where
like
they
that.
give you injections under your because
your
like you
armpits or
over-secrete. Yes.
Or you sweat quite profusely and stuff like that. Look at us using profusely. Hey? All right. So it's things of that nature. But Nanje generally, this thing. Sanitizers and soap is a thing for me. To this day, when we go out with friends, if there's no running water, I'll avoid for the longest of time to not go to the bathroom or like relieve myself.
Okay.
Because there isn't running water. It's a thing for me. Okay. And you know, like I'll.
Now I remember you know, there was an incident where, you know, they were trying to get rid of pit toilets in rural schools because that's like, you know, there's no sewage system and whatnot. So you wouldn't use a pit toilet.
When I grew up, I think for the first 5 to 6 years of my life at home, because really we had a pit toilet, but I was young at the time I was not informed. But now I would have a hard time using it, honestly speaking. If push comes to shove, then maybe perhaps I don't know by what standard.
That's why
I get
you says I would never survive. And like there is no running
for that
sewage,
fact, then I would not go to the Makayas.
Well, for me, we have it back home, go Ramatlabama. But I've never had to use it because my grandmother upgraded her house. Like, there's a bathroom inside the house. There's an outside bathroom. There's like there's actually 3 bathrooms inside the house. And then there's a bathroom outside. And then there are rooms on the other side of the yard. And then they also have their own bathroom. And then the pit latrine is just there. Just there. So for me, I've never had to use it because visiting my great-grandmother's house, she's my great-grandmother. Visiting my great-grandmother's house, we never had the need to do that. Like,
Yeah,
no.
no.
Like I remember one time they went to, because she has a tuck shop. My great grandmother, my grandmother went to go buy a stock at TC. Indlala 18 sathatha impuphu shop na ishikini yagijima ngayigijimisa.
Also, street food. So you wait. So you wouldn't eat street food.
So here's the thing about buying mokasi from local vendors and shops and stuff like that, especially food.
Because we've
First and
seen like
foremost-
these videos on social media of like in India, like the street food markets
I've seen
and
those.
yeah,
I've seen
in
those. I do
Thailand
consume
and
those
all
quite a
those
bit.
places.
So when it comes to food, food in general, and food vendors and local shops that sell food, I am very cognizant and very picky as to which shop I eat at. So let's say if we go booking and I can eat a shop or ill. Firstly, I look at how the shop is, the condition of the shop. And I will, if I'm fortunate enough, if there's someone who's bought food before us, I would want to see the quality. I'm a very picky eater. I get you fela. I don't even like proper fast food chains that we have,
Yeah.
Chicken Licken, KFC and stuff. Chief, I'm like, thanks, no. There's one in Josie that I wouldn't buy go KFC.
Okay,
I'm
I
okay,
think I
like
know
get
why,
sharp.
yeah.
Well, understand that. There's. Why do you say you know why?
No, because there is one that I know I wouldn't eat.
Consume, yeah. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? So there are like a few local
I
shops.
am not about to say that online. Like
you
I'm
see?
not about to say that
Now
on air.
say it online. You see the chicken
then
Licken at Roadhouse.
Ulentuzana busy slandering a fast
That's
food
the
chain
only
lana.
reason why I wouldn't buy there. For me, like the chicken Licken here at Roadhouse, sanitation, I don't have a problem with them. But inyama wone igcwele
Chief, the chicken Licken is the best in Soweto.
But for me, I feel like the salt is too much compared to the chicken Licken that you find there inside Dobsonville Mall.
Go shop right. I know. Chief.
That one,
Go shop right. I wouldn't
saltation.
consume. The chicken Licken in Go Roadhouse, Chief. I know, hey, I don't get exposed. But when we used to be adamant nightlife people,
Yes.
Chief, people from Protea, Extension 16 would come because it was like 24-hour thing.
I think we
It is
at
the
one
best.
late night we once had to drive from Protea.
To come watch chicken. It is the best in the entire Soweto. I don't care what you say. Go argue with your church Asha. Chicken Licken is one of the best in Soweto, man. A couple of other comments coming through on YouTube, on our YouTube comment section. Banalem is saying TC for president. Hashtag save those gems.
Guys.
Out. And then Zinzi Elizabeth coming through saying, for ladies, let's avoid sharing weaves and wigs.
Oh yes, another thing that I would have loved for somebody who's spiritually inclined, like Ukoko Madijeng, to maybe decode for me, because I've heard, my mom number one will always don't borrow your clothes, like never borrow anyone impahla zakho and don't wear other people's clothes. One, and she always tells me it's a spiritual reason. Number two, she'll tell me don't put on anyone's hair, don't put on like tatama wigwaban to put it on your head. Don't do that. And she'll always tell me it's a spiritual reason. Yes.
Yeah.
So like, those kind of things, she'll always let me know. Guti for so
So if you're asking any Brazilian or natural hair, right?
like I'm at dreads.
No, but isn't that someone's hair?
Yes, well, with the Brazilian weave, I need to us knowing now where it's coming from. Yeah, so she would not recommend I get a
weave.
Brazilian weave. She literally, if I come in like with some synthetic hair, no, like with a, she'll touch it and like Len, and I'm like, if I say Brazil, take it off now.
I mean, there's
Sis,
different
please.
things, man. Like, it's a conversation I've had with a friend of mine and his family and his mother. And I try to relate it back to some of the things that I was taught growing up. Things like pens, go skolong. Things like books.
Vooka,
You don't
textbooks,
borrow
you don't
your
borrow.
textbooks or your workbooks to a friend to take home. Like I got to that
my
point.
brother, ka matric, his matric year, ahlanya.
Yeah.
Because he borrowed
borrowed
someone
someone.
his book, and then go Joe, like it
You know,
was.
it goes-
He almost didn't get through his matric because
yeah,
of that.
yeah.
He was the smartest child at school, very good. My brother's great. He's brilliant at maths, something that I'm not. I'm not inclined when it comes to numbers. And he went mad. He went crazy, trying to thingy, get through his matric because he borrowed someone his textbook, and then he's not feeling well, he's not okay, and then how his friends say they just saw him going mad,
Unraveling.
and then unraveling. Then they no profita around at the
Yeah.
time. He grew up go Breds go a place called Mabuluk, and then so now they took him to that prophet, and that person
Okay.
something.
I see
and
that,
then,
yeah.
and then he came too, and then they're like, "Hey Joe, what did you do?" And then it was a thing of no, somebody took, and then bamchela vela goes, "Oh no, you borrowed
borrowed.
someone your book."
Yeah.
That person gave it, their mom took it somewhere where they weren't supposed to take
yeah.
it, and now that is why you were in that state.
So let me tell you what for me it goes back to, and I'm seeing 2 voice notes from TK, and then there's a video from Wikiti Mama, and we'll watch that in a second. And then after that, I want us to quickly go to a very quick ad break, and then we'll invite Koko Madijing to come through and maybe dissect some of the things that you're talking about and what I'm about to reference to, right? It goes back to things like Kolo Nyalanting, especially as a girl. Kolo Nyalanting,
Yes.
the family that you're going
To get
to.
married into.
Oh,
Oh yes,
You
like
know?
when Zente enziwayo,
it's your Nkomotsing,
yeah.
yes, right. And so it's things of that nature where I remember when I was taught growing up is like just like I referenced, and I was going to a story like that with a friend of mine who also borrowed a book, was very smart. I won't say his name
Yes.
because he's but anyway, he borrowed I think a book or a pen or something, and then I got to that point, how come Kutswetsa, and I found out that it's you who stole a pen, because it was a thing for
yes. Yeah, because your parents always came down on you.
Yeah.
How can you lose this? Do you know how expensive stationery is?
But
Yeah.
my grandmother and my mother were like, especially I had 2 grandmothers. One just passed away 2 years ago. But yeah, both of them were adamant about saying, you don't borrow your books to anyone else, and you don't borrow anyone else's books, right? And pens, rulers, sharpeners, rubbers, whatever it can be, like just school utensils. If it's lost or if someone stole it, it's fine. We'll buy. We will buy because of things of that nature.
Sure.
Spiritual inclination, right? Vooka, and there's people, those keep me anonymous stories that African
Yes.
reference. There's people who tell you, I didn't know that Mama or my grandmother were lawyer.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm
once
trying to
read
say?
that.
I was surprised
I read
that
one on Facebook.
my mother or my grandmother practices witchcraft. Well, understand? Then Mama was like, don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
You go back to sleep. So we don't know the kinds of families that our friends, our peers, our lovers, anyone else that we come in contact with in life is from what kind of background or what kind of family. So I'll innocently, as a friend, a caring friend, a loving friend, borrow you. You'll come back tomorrow. And
Kanti mama kathi, kanti
Ngwana
mama
kgale ke
lo mntwa,
mark.
why
Ngwana o sele,
umntana
you get what I'm trying to say?
akagrade,
Yeah.
why yena a smart
phasa,
so, why
yeah.
a pass wami angaphasi kahle.
Balotshasa dilo tse di-
And you know, when you say that, it reminds me of my little brother. This, he once came back with a friend's book. Was I not raving? I'm like, why did you bring it back? I was like, no, but I couldn't fit. I'm like, why were you not paying attention in class?
Yeah.
You could not finish because I know my little brother, he has ADHD just like me and my son. So focusing is a problem. I'm like, why did you not focus in class? That's why you failed to finish, and now you brought your friend's book. And I was pretty frank with him. I'm like, if anything happens to your friend, and let's say your friend fails, are you aware that they're going to say, we're not jumping Vooka high? I'm like, in your life, do not even once, ever borrow your friend's book, textbook, pencil. He knows what's in namhlanje when I get home. Fanele abeke stationery kanje. I need to see all of it.
Things of that nature, man. Let's quickly hear what TK has to say.
Oh, TC, you also share a comb with Afribeer.
Yeah, Musia, all right. It used to be the best. Kosovo. But now, no. It's
Chicken
I could. But now, Kosovo, the one that's nice, go A2 Mall. It's a new center.
I haven't tried that one.
Kako Shabalala. That one, Mfulo. To be split. Yeah. Karago Mfulo. That's the best for now.
Okay. I mean, for now.
For now.
I haven't tried that one, so
Things
maybe
change. It's
maybe we
true,
should try it.
TK.
We should try it as a team. Maybe Uber Eats from Fulo, or go out there and see the establishment. Because I actually haven't been to
A2 Mall.
Yeah, A2 Mall and stuff like that. So it's things of that nature. Mom Tembi coming back on our YouTube comment section saying even the belt.
Okay.
Things like socks.
Ukalo, my
belts.
mom, yes. Something about Ukalo, like isinya sako, like here.
La para mabanta ke re.
Yeah, like don't
Ala para
share you
mabanta-
are my mom. Like
mabanta
I was like,
a bofilweng, yeah.
yes.
People do stuff. Chief.
Yeah.
People do very, very.
Bese wena uphilisa modern,
You know?
uphilisa western, and then bahambe.
It's things of that nature.
Awusazali.
Let's see the video that Moketi Maiman is sent through so that we can get an idea of what you spoke about when it came to street food. So street food, like I said, I'm picky.
Maningi Gay once told me a story. I'll never forget it.
I pick and choose. Street food.
Maningi. Made me like question Nyame Ntogo for life.
Let's see what the Indian street food has for us. Nagana ka letsogo, sis.
That sound also. Meow, 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 meow.
And there's a humming of God please.
It looks delicious,
No,
though.
it doesn't.
Only because of how you saw it. But if you were just given it, you wouldn't say that.
No, but
I
besides
would
that,
question,
if you
though.
look
Oh my
at
God.
most videos, you know,
I
most
would.
videos that show
I have a video
Indian
of
street
Banele
culture,
eating street
TC.
food. I love that. Me, I record.
So I know, Chief. I'm picky when it comes to street food. So guys, we've learned quite a few things, or things that we should avoid borrowing and sharing. Share your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between. After the break, we're going to be hanging out and spending some time with Gogo Madijeng so that he can maybe try and dissect and break down, the spiritual inclination that some of these things, the personal things that you and I might make use of on a day-to-day basis, whether they are good or could be recommended to be shared and borrowed amongst friends, loved ones, and family, and so forth. But before that, let's quickly pay our bills, and you and I and the rest of the team will see each other right after this cool stuff.
Escape the ordinary and discover the extraordinary with Swell Appeal Tours. Whether you're a group of friends or a family looking for a memorable getaway, Swell Appeal Tours has you covered. Our all-inclusive tours take you to South Africa's most stunning destinations, from the scenic beauty of Mpumalanga to the vibrant life of Gauteng and the coastal charm of Durban.
Hey family,
Hi,
My name is Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
my name is Musi Miss
my name is Ketua Ketumguni.
on the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
interested in conversation with you, spending some quality time with the best of the best. And of course, with myself on a day-to-day basis, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist, and I'm so excited and happy to be both in your company and in your presence on a lovely, cold Thursday morning, only and exclusively right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network, where we give you, or we try to have bold conversations with industry professionals, conversations that are aimed at providing and giving so much information and knowledge. Conversations that are bold, all-encompassing, compelling, and of course, thought-provoking. Keep sharing your thoughts and your opinions with us. Engage with us across all our social media platforms using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. But it doesn't end there. It needs not end there. Also, do share your voice notes and your videos and the pictures that we've seen. On our WhatsApp line using the number 060-493-3226. That's 060, there we go, 493-3226. I can't wait to hear from you. This one is an exciting one for me, TC. I can't wait to hear what Koko Madijing has to say when it comes to things that we can share, things that we can borrow amongst friends, especially when it comes to spiritual inclination. Because people make use of different things. You know, Buloi comes in different forms, shapes, sizes, and manners. The one that I mentioned on Tuesday was Pelo.
Hey, wena,
Buloi ba
that's
pele
true.
ke setlhare. Buloi ba pele ka setlhare, or as setlhare ke pelo. Motho a ka go tshwara ka pelo, your things will be closed, you know. So that's why for me, anyway, in my personal capacity, I'm very wary, or try to be as cognizant as I am as to how I affect people. You know, I'm not looking to be loved or liked. I get
Yeah.
it. Not everyone is going
everyone's
to
gonna
you.
love you though.
But yeah, when someone has their heart set on you and you're not progressing in life, yeah, it can close doors for you. But welcome, Koko Madijing. We appreciate you coming through, man, spending some time with us. You've been hanging out with us for quite some time now. And we appreciate you. So let's talk about it. Isn't there as was share things we can share, we can borrow back and forth? I mean, we spoke about the earphone, no things like pens, phones, notebooks, iPads, various things, man, glasses, clothing items, the underwear. I mean, but there's nothing wrong, man. You know, I guess for them, each to their own. TC, maybe I'm kidding. But let's talk about it, Koko Madijing. What is the thing around?
What's the what's the spiritual significance, or why is it such a taboo spiritually ukubolekisana ngezinto ezi personal ezekuthi uyazigqoka your books and uyasebenzisa?
Yeah.
Yo. Okay. Mina ngizokhuluma ukwaziyo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sharp. Ukubolekisana ngezinto zedlozi is not okay because of why? Idlozi elakho akusolo omunye umuntu, and ukubolekisana ngezinto zedlozi akukho right ngoba idlozi lakho lazi wena ugcoka lezo zinto. So malibona omunye umuntu sekagcoka lezo zinto, so wena njengoba umbolekisi sofuna ukuthi idlozi lakho lenze njani. You understand? So that's why abanye abantu sebabona sebahlanya la ngaphandle bahamba nje kuyihubo nje abantu. You understand? Because of why bahamba bolekisana ngezinto zabo zedlozi.
So into yakho yedlozi, okay, let's speak like idlozi. I guess sonke mina ngokwazi kwami wonke umuntu is spirit first. Wonke umuntu is spirit first. Angithi sika u3 as abantu angisho. Moya, mzimba, spirit.
Yeah.
Yes. So now
is Moya not spirit?
Wait. Moya.
Spirit, body, and mind.
Mind, body, spirit. Yes, mind, body, spirit. So so manje, you know, as wena like your hair, wena ngulwazi lwakho, your spiritual knowledge, let's say dreads. Why ngingakhona ukuthi ngihambe ngiyofaka ama dreads omunye umuntu, or inwele zomunye umuntu ngiyifake kumina? Do you know of why wena spiritually that is wrong? Wena ngokwazi kwakho khona lokho kwaziyo that
Yeah, khona ngikwaziyo because of ukufaka inywele zomunye umuntu akukho right. Because why wena awazi ukuthi lo muntu lo ushone kanjani or kwenzakaleni ngaye njengoba wena uzofaka inywele zakhe. You understand? So it might happen ukuthi mhlambe kwenzakale something kuwe. You understand? So kumele ube aware about everything.
Okay, ngoba like is ama struggles wabo and stuff inwele zakhe mangizifaka nami it's almost as if ngithatha inkinga zakhe ngizisa kumina.
Yes.
So hair and personal items, there's a transference, a spiritual transference eyenzakalayo. Okay, now mina into engifuna ukubuza ngayo, right? We all heard we hear ukuthi sex is spiritual.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so let's say right now umuntu, can you maybe mhlambe ungandlalele ukuthi why is it, in your own words, why is sex so spiritual? Why? Wena ngolwazi lwakho, if you do know.
No, leyo nje anginalwazi lwayo because of like kuningi kwenzakalayo. You understand? Yeah, kuningi kwenzakalayo, so ulwazi anginalo. Yeah.
You know, TC, for me, and this is the reason that I like having these kinds of conversations, right? Because we come from different backgrounds and different sources of knowledge and information. Yeah. And when it comes to sharing your body with someone else, between the sheets, most of the time, I guess, for some people, but it's something else, you know. But when it comes to sharing yourself with someone else, and the spiritual inclination that it comes with is that, like you just mentioned, how much you are of mind, body, and spirit, right? And you have guides, whether you are spiritually inclined or not. I think now, of all the people that we've had in our space in studio, we can agree now, come to a consensus that each of us, I mean, Mkulu Amir also said it last week, that each of us has guides that we work with.
Everyone, yes.
Whether you call it a guide, your guardian angels, idlozi, spirit, whatever, we have them or we have that with us, all of us, right? And so when you share yourself with multiple people, you are bringing your guides or the spirits that guide you or your angels that are with you all day, every day, in close contact with other spirits. And you know, it goes back to these sayings. It means when both of our spirits come together, they don't gel, they don't vibrate on the same frequency level. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And the energies that we encompass and we carry with each one of us as individuals in society are not the same, with the power, the knowledge, the foresight, the insight that they come with. So sometimes it's not a physical hearing thing. It's that you and I are not vibrating on the same level. So when you have multiple partners, you are opening your spirits
up,
to moya emimaswe. That's why it's not recommended. In my knowledge, at least what I've heard. I mean, I'm seeing Mkulu Daniel coming through. He'll also share a bit of insight. Please, Mkulu Daniel, we'll appreciate your thoughts as well. Come jump onto our comment section. So that's where I'm coming
or even
from.
Call
or even
us.
call.
Or
Yes,
call us
absolutely.
on our WhatsApp
060-493-3226. 060-493-3226. Mkulu Daniel, please jump through, because I know you and Gogo Madijeng are very close friends, right? Like you mentioned. He's coming. He's saying that, Gogo Madijeng, I'm proud of you, my son. You're looking good and wish you the best. May this interview be a stepping stone to greater heights. Hashtag Mkulu Daniel. Very cool stuff. So, I mean, but Gogo Madijeng, let's talk about very minor things, man. Phones. More than yes. More than boho share mela ga go le motho mong. into encane emkhulu bamba na 10 rand bowuthe uyayiboleka ngecheck ibele uye report fast things like that. I've also heard you shouldn't borrow money because ukuyibuyisa lo muntu makayithatha uyobuphisa ngayo or yabona. How do you go about izinto ezinjalo? Should we be abantu ukuthi si open siyakwazi ukubolekisana, or should we completely avoid and stay away from it?
You must avoid because of ukubolekisana ngemali ne, it's not okay because of why umuntu mawuqala umboleka imali uyahamba yena ngithi wena wazi umboleka imali then yena uyahamba uyenyangeni uthi hayi lo muntu lo ngiboleka imali, you understand, ngicela uwenze so na so, ngicela umvalele zonke indlela zakhe imali zakhe zonke, you understand. So ukubolekisana ngemali is not okay, akukho right ngoba wena uzositshela ukuthi hayi bayangithakatha, hayi bangenzani, kanti unomuntu omboleka imali wahamba wena wahamba yena wakhambela phambili, you understand. So that's why abantu abaningi bahlupheka ngelangeni langamhlanje because of why bahamba babolekisana ngemali zabo, you understand. So that's why singathemba abantu. Mina angazi futhi ngabolekisana ngemali emuntwini.
Cash.
Yeah, cash, like cash.
It's better, Mina, because what I heard is it's better to transfer. Like if it's not a
physical
or cash situation, it's better to oh okay, I think that transferela type of thing.
I see you.
That's not like a physical cash situation.
There's nothing. And allow no withdrawal. Why? It's just you who's touched it. I mean, ideally. Yeah. Very cool stuff. So, I mean, when it comes to just going about in trying to protect ourselves now, right? I've borrowed you a pen, I've borrowed you earphones, I've borrowed you whatever I have borrowed you. And then you bring it back as a friend, as a neighbor, as as a cousin, whatever the case may be. How do I go about protect vigela? Maswe uzbuyisile lozo zinto. Thokuthi mina I am someone who doesn't believe in terms of bunyanga, zesimoya and things of that nature. I'm a born again Christian, I guess, for just for argument's sake. I'm playing devil's advocate here. How do I navigate ukuzvikela?
But amne kuphuma kuwe ne ukuthi wena uzivikela kanjani. Angithi mina ngizivikela the way ngizivikela ngakhona ngale mithi le ngisebenzisayo. So kumele uwazi ukuthi njengoba mina ngingabelieveli ezintweni ezikanje, mele ngiyenze kanjani ukuze nami ngizivikele, nami ngibe protected because of asifani masingabantu, you understand. And sihamba indawo ezihlukahlukene, abanye bahamba abaprofeti, abanye bahamba inyanga, abanye bahamba nje amasonto, you understand. So asifani masingabantu asizivikele ngokufana, you understand. So mina ngisho ukuthi ukuba inyanga it's not easy. Akukho easy ukuba inyanga because of why hamba uhlangabezana nama challenges amaningi. La hamba khona nje kune challenge ohlangabezana nayo. So mina nomkhulu Daniel siphuma kude and we have through a lot because of like sitwas empandeni A1 but sihlukile.
Yes.
You understand?
Okay.
So mina naye nje we have lots of challenges ukuthi like swafacile. You understand? Ngoba yena ungithwasile ekucala but mina ngithwase emva kwakhe. But still till today I still respect her because of why uyinyanga enumdala nakimi nasedlozini nasemnyakeni. So that's why ngithi kwa ebasheni ulaba basha abathwasa manje asibe sihloniphani ubunyanga bethu guys, ngoba it's not easy kini bathatha imali yokugcina bakhambi bakwisephehlweni, you understand, because of bafuna ukuvikela wena ukuthi wena ube right, you understand. So asingadlalini ngeimali zabazali.
I see you. Let's say now we are in a space wherever.
Okay.
Or even let's try shy away from Mikete and things of that nature. As it is, she say eventing. whatever kind of event, mjaivo, a concert, whatever, you know, she's an event in we're having a good time. It's a social setting, right? And I've borrowed the earpods of a friend.
Yeah.
And you are there as Koko Marijeng, or you are there as Mkulu Daniel.
Yeah.
And you are inclined, obviously. And you see, Hore, lenteng ibolekile ntwe ke kadimileng e is not good for me to have with me, right?
Yeah.
What do you, and you see that it's not working in my favor. Ayingisebenzeli lento. Kahle kahle yangivalela ingilethela imimoya engekho mnandi engekho right. What do you then do as a Gogo Marijeng, as a Mkulu Daniel? Do you pull me to the side? Because this is something I asked Mkulu Amir last week. And he asked me my thoughts. I have my own perspective when it comes to this. But do you pull me aside? Musiman Pega, yazini. I got binyaza ngwazi au ngazi, but koninto iphethe la kuwangazi. Or ngiyayibona lento iphethe kuwe la maspects wagcokile le chain egcokile le skip or whatever the case is. Mayman, iyangisinda kwamina self uthi ayikho right for. Do you do that, or do you avoid completely and go on about your life?
Mele, okay. It's mina I can't avoid because of asazi ukuthi njengoba ngiavoida njengoba amadlozi angitshela ukuthi kunento kanjena kanje emuntwini. Cela uhambe uyomtshela ukuthi ayenze 1 2 3. Then when uyahlala nayo, it's not right. Melo hambe uyomtshela umuntu ukuthi usave life yomuntu. You understand? Ukuze nakusasa amadlozi akhona ukufakela abantu abanenkinga. You understand? Ngoba wena mazohlala nenkinga zabantu usitshela ukuthi hayi mina amadlozi wami angibonisa ezinye izinto ukuthi anginandaba nazo. Kune reason ukuthi why bakubonisa ukuthi hamba uyosiza la muntu loya. You understand? So wena mazohlala nayo uzibambela yona usayi eyami I save it for myself, then I kusho wena yazivalela wena self. Yeah.
Very interesting stuff. TC, we learn, man.
Yeah, isandla esiphayo siyawazi ukamngela. Okay, it's okay. That's basically a principle yokuthi mawubonisiwe and you have a message for someone. Kwamele umnikeze yona in the sense that you can receive assistance to assist more people because you are showing that you are someone who is helpful and can be used as an instrument to help others.
Yeah, that's true.
Very, very cool stuff. We're learning on a day-to-day basis, and we keep on learning. The conversation is still going to continue with Gogo Marijeng, with Afriberry, but this will take place right after the break as we get to learn a bit more about his journey and how he got into the space of Bongaka, Uguba Isangoma, and someone who is spiritually inclined, all the challenges and everything else in between that he has gone through. Just like he mentioned right now, being someone who's spiritually inclined is not an easy journey, and we try to dissect all of those misconceptions that might be there or that might accompany the space of being a healer, a prophetess, umtandazi, whatever you want to refer to it as. But before that, let's quickly go pay our bills, grab a cup of coffee, a glass of water, and you and I and the rest of the team will see each other right after this cool stuff.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
We're out here in the heart of Soweto, Top Center. This is right next to Zondi Hills, and just before you get to Broad Fisher Club. I'm out here. My name is Musi West. I'm out here with the one and only Maximum Temperature. I'm working my man. CC Sebanana Wakamazibugo, and of course our station manager, the one and only Manel Lyric. And we're traveling out here, man. This is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yeah, you gotta get it fresh.
We are fresh and nice. Now it's time to take the information to the people.
Of course, like Mo just mentioned, do stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. We're going to be coming to a street to do live near you, wanting to know what your thoughts are out there on the street.
Most we've got TCO Wamazibugo with the traffic update. Right now we are going to N1 southbound to make sure that wherever that you guys get, it is real-time information.
Yes, sir.
So looking at Mukhorosi, we have robots that are not working right here, but the traffic is moving. We're going to look at when is your rush hour time, when people are from the work, or from school,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
Gonna
sir.
give you your daily update. So do make sure that you stay with us. Mobile Vooka breakfast
Yes,
show.
sir. Hey family,
Hi,
My name is Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
my name is Musi Mist
my name is Ketsuke Mguni.
on the Vooka
Vooka
Breakfast Show.
every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're gonna take care of you and it's gonna be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
Escape the ordinary and discover the extraordinary with Swellapil Tours. Whether you're a group of friends or a family looking for a memorable getaway, Swellapil Tours has you covered. Our all-inclusive tours take you to South Africa's most stunning destinations, from the scenic beauty of Mpumalanga to the vibrant life of Gauteng and the coastal charm of Durban.
And hear what I'm saying now. Spread your love. And hear what I'm saying now. Spread your love.
feeling beautiful and amazing on this wonderful Thursday morning. As you know, Thursday is all about spirituality, where we talk about one's spiritual self and obviously connecting to yourself, whether be it culturally, traditionally, or Christian or religious wise. Now, I hope you guys are feeling amazing, right? And obviously, as you know, I go by the name of Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Place. But I am not alone. I am out here. Look, Coco, can you kindly please introduce yourself? Now, I hope you guys are feeling amazing, right? And obviously, as you know, I go by the name of Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Place. But I am not alone. I am out here. Look, Coco, can you kindly please introduce yourself? Now, I hope you guys are feeling amazing, right? And obviously, as you know, I go by the name of Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Place. But I am not alone. I am out here.
Nilo Street. My governor's name is Niepol and Kokom. So yeah, are they my favorites? Yeah, I love them so much.
How about you? See.
So yes.
Mkhulu nogogo, I hope you hear ukuthi Thasani nathi unthanda kakhulu. So Gogo, can you also please
Ubaba akusumuntu othembelayo edlozini kakhulu ozinto zobunyanga kakhulu because of angazi ngathini but yena nje akathembi. It was not a easy journey for me because of like so that's why it's for me nanje journey am like ngizolile for journey ngihlukumezekile kakhulu. So but my gobela knows ukuthi kwenzakalani ukuze ngene phehlweni, knows because of ngingadumba inyawo, ngalimala inyawo. So and before ngene phehlweni I was a slave for abanye abantu. Bengihamba ngishayela abantu igubhu, ngihamba ngifundisa abanye abantu ukugida nani until when idlozi lesibonakalisa ukuthi likhona, ukuthi liyaphila likhona. So that's when I'm starting to ukuhlukumezeka nani like idlozi ngihamba ngilala emizini yabantu ngivuka like bengisebenzela abantu kahle. So yeah.
Okay, ngiyakuzwa ukuthi your journey of ukuthwasa or ngene phehlweni was not an easy one, to a point that wagcina uyeka isikolo. So can I ask ukuthi njengoba bekuhlupha usasesikoleni endlini, did they ever try ukuthi bahambe maybe bayohlola sangoma ukuthi bangakhona ukuthi at least bathobela abaphansi ukuthi bame kancane at least ucede isikolo?
Yeah, ngihambile nomama saya emuntwini sayohlola. Then that person told my mom ukuthi lo muntu lo unedlozi, idlozi uzalwa nalo, unalo ledlozi and liyaphila, mela hamba ayolenzela imfanelo ekumele ukuthi ayenze. You understand? So umama kula arealize khona ukuthi okay, mele manje ngithathe a step forward ukuthi manje ngiyenzani from now. You understand? Ngoba like it was not easy ngilale e bara almost 3 months but ababoni next. So it was hard.
Yeah, nah, that sounds
it was
very
hard.
hectic and very hard. So mawuthi idlozi ligcine lokwenza isigqila sabanye abantu boswahamba bashaya igubhu ubafundisa ukugida. Did you not see that as maybe a way nokuthi idlozi lakho lokushape okanye lokubonise indlela of ozoyithatha njengoba unceda abanye abantu or usebenzela abanye abantu before ungena kahle empilweni?
Angazi ngayibheka kanjani, but mina ukuya kwami ngizibona ngathi ngumuntu nje ukuthi ngisebenza abantu ngisiza abantu ngoba abantu bakhona they like ayikho into abangisiza ngayo nje mina ngisiza bona but bona ayikho into abayenzayo for me. You understand? That's why ngithi idlozi lingihlukumezile kakhulu emoyeni nasenyameni.
Oh no, that's very hard.
Yeah.
So you said you also spent 3 months in Bara because you were sick.
Yeah.
So during that 3 months, how exactly was your journey? Because abanye abantu ngeke understand. Because I need to, in terms of medical terms, thola ukuthi vele umuntu yakhona ukungena esibhedlela vele ungabonwa lutho ube ngathi no yonke into hamba kahle kodwa uthola ukuthi mabenza bathi lento ngeSingisi i-deep dive bagcina sebabona ukuthi no umuntu uhlukumezwa into ekanje nakanje. So how was that for you? Did you feel like impilo yami ngathi ayisahlangana, like nothing is coming correct or nothing is coming together due to the fact that you stayed in hospital for 3 months and the doctors failed to see anything that was wrong with you?
No, for me I like ngibona ukuthi like mina it's the end of the world for me because of like begimncane ngomzimba. I was small with the body, so like lingihlukumeze ukuthi namadokotela nje ababoni lutho. You understand? So into engizosubhlungu ukuthi ababoni lutho but mina ngizizwa ngigula, ngizizwa kunento ephakathi kimi ehambayo but abodokotela bona abayiboni. So into ukuthi bengizosubhlungu kakhulu leyo ukuthi like ngihleli la but ayinto into abayibonayo. You understand? So mina bengitshela ukuthi hayi impilo yami iphelela la angisayi ngaphandle.
It's a lot, hey. Yeah. So wagcina waphuma after the 3 months in hospital. Yini lento yenza ukuthi ugcina uphuma esibhedlela and mawuphuma esibhedlela washona la kuphi la ubona ngathi yila uzothola usizo khona nobani ubonisa ukuthi uye khona lapho?
Ngingathola umkhulu Gijimani on Facebook ne, then ngakhuluma naye bekumuntu ukuthi ngibekulo ngikhuluma naye ngimtshela about ukuhlukumezeka kwami. Okay, yena wathi kimi okay sharp cela uze kimi sizokhuluma sibone ukuthi senza kanjani, then sikhona ukuthi ubize abazali then beze sibone ukuthi senza kanjani. Then yes ngile ngayokhuluma naye ngamchazela then sharp sakhuluma sahlala then wathi ngibiza abazali. Then I told my mother, then my mother says okay, I don't have a problem but the problem is your father. Yeah, so it was hard because of my father like akathandi inyanga yabo. So it was hard for me ukuthi ngihambe ngiyomtshela ukuthi nayi indaba but yena bakabona but bekakathandi bekangafuni ukuthi ngithwase manje bekafuna ngithwase mangiqeda isikole. You understand? So that's when idlozi liqala lingiyekitha isikole lengasayi esikolweni since then.
No, yeah, your journey is very tough from all the other journeys that we've had here on the show. So also because mawusengene ephehlweni kahle kahle and then because also your dad bekafuna ukuthi ungene ephehlweni once you're done with school and all of that, how was the acceptance from him in terms of seyishayile indaba ukuthi nizoyithobela abaphansi nibatshela ukuthi hayi at least ithaceda isikolo and then you ended up having to leave school ukuthi ephehlweni? How was his reaction with all of that?
Okay, yena like bekuwumuntu ukuthi like bekanga understand ukuthi kwenzakalani bekanga understand umuntu ahamba azama ukuba understand isabhatena bekanga understand Yesu baba manje ngimlahlela izandla ngithi hayi mina ngiyazenzela ngoba I'm under them, I'm under my parents, so mele mangenza into ngenze ngemvumo yabazali, you understand? So sharp ukuya kwami ephehlweni nayiswa umama nakhona sikabona ukuthi manje hayi sekuwesa wangisa ngakhuluma nomkhulu Gijimani khuluma naye wangisa then ngaqala ukungena ke ephehlweni kanjalo mama akhuluma noBaba Gijimani ke ukuthi hayi nangumntana sengimlethile idlozi liyamhlupha kakhulu, so Baba Gijimani knows everything about me.
Okay, so how would you describe your journey masocala ukungena ephehlweni? Because did things get a bit lighter in terms of wena nethonga lakho or kuvele kwaba nzima nyana before ubona ukhanya?
Ube kwabanzima kakhulu, especially wena mawubona izinto uyi-one abanye abantu bangasiboni. Yeah, kuba nzima ngoba batshela ukuthi mina ngibone into so bazokutshela ukuthi hayi thina siyiboni but when uyayibona, so it was hard for me. Yeah, it was hard for me kakhulu.
Okay, so would you mind telling us futhi ukuthi what are the things that you had to learn ephehlweni besides already besowazi ukuthi isigubhu shawa kanjani umuntu makagida kanjani, eziphi ezinye izinto osifundile ephehlweni at least zakhona ukwenza impilo yakho ibe ngconyana?
Okay, izinto ukuthi ngizenzile ephehlweni engisifundile ephehlweni. Okay, imithi engisifundile kakhulu, ngifundile kakhulu imithi, then namathambo beloko nje sifunda kancane amathambo, and then ne other things cleansing samisa abantu emfuleni so bageza. Those are the things at least made my life better, ukuthi nami at least ngikhona ukuzimela nakusasa elizayo nami ngikhona ukuthi ngiqhubekele phambili.
So in terms of abantu bongena nabo ephehlweni,
okay,
boyinjani journey versus their journey and your journey? Would you say yours was still very far from being easy because of izinto zabo maybe zihamba ngconyana njengoba ngene ephehlweni, kodwa kuwe kusabam like it's still a knot and a very tight knot that you're finding it very hard to untie?
Yeah, for me na like izinto like bezibophekile kakhulu, abazali bami like bebazama by all means ukuthi imali yokuthi ngithwase iba khona, but bebazama bathatha ikoleti, so it was hard. Bengibona kahle ukuthi okay idlozi ngingenile ephehlweni, but while ngavuli ke livule ukuthi at least abazali bakhona ungibhadalela ngithwase ngize ngiqede ngiphume ngami ngiyolisebenzela kahle ngokomthetho.
So ngene isikhathi esingakanani ephehlweni?
Ephehlweni ngihlale 7 months ephehlweni.
Okay,
ngihlale 7 months ephehlweni.
Into yenza ukuthi ngibuza ukuthi sizwe ukuthi abanye abantu bayengena ephehlweni kodwa uthola ukuthi umuntu ungene 2 years, umunye ungene 1 year. Mawubhekile kahle masongena ephehlweni ukuthi umuntu abanye abantu bagcine sebaphuma fast. Mawubhekile kahle ukuya ngawe, yini lento yenza ukuthi umuntu akhona uceda into zakhe kahle fast ephehlweni makuthi ungenile?
Mina ngicabanga ukuthi mawusephehlweni akusukini ephehlweni, ukusemzini womuntu kumele uyenza izinto bethu uthi kumele uzenze, and nakhona izinto ezenza ukuthi usheshe uphume nasephehlweni amadlozi akho asheshe nokukusebenzela, ukuphahla ekseni uvuka uphahle ushaya ibhodlo then uthandaze. Those are important things ukuthi amadlozi akho nawo akhulume azazibonakalise ubukhulu babo.
Okay, so ngicacisele futhi la ukuthi mawusohamba lapha mawuphakama kuthatha isikhathi esingakanani ukuthi idlozi lakho baliphakamisa, because angithi bathi abanye abantu mabangena ephehlweni thola ukuthi vele idlozi umuntu ungena ephehlweni ukuthi idlozi seliphakeme And then when I'm from what I'm hearing, it was a struggle for me for like a very long time. So the fact ukuthi idlozi igcina lokwenza isicela sabanye abantu before ungene ephehlweni. So and then nokuthi vele izinto nasekhaya njengoba usephehlweni ukuthi sivuleke kwathatha isikhathi. Yini lento egcina yenza ukuthi ugobela wakho athi yazini. So kuyisikhathi sokuthi manje siphakamisa idlozi lakho ngiyabona ngathi izinto zakho azikakahambi kahle.
Okay, mina ungena kwami ephehlweni ngene ukuthi idlozi lami bese livuthiwe. Bese livuthiwe bese seliyazi ukuthi okay, mangiyongena lapha, ngiyongena ngiyenzani. You understand? So izinto noma izinto besingekho easy la ngizama khona, mhlawumbe ngiyazama akuzameki but mina idlozi lami ngene ephehlweni ngiyazi ukuthi okay, manje idlozi lami seliphakeme. Liyazi ukuthi loyenzani malifika lapha and indeed you understand so bekungekho lula ephehlweni bengekho lula but bekunama ups and downs mina yenzakala yeah
bengekho lula kodwa wena ukusiza ukuthi le lakho udlozi selivuthiwe liphakeme lizibonisa ukuthi ubani so njengoba ungene ephehlweni sazi ukuthi nokuthi umgidi yadura ukuthi umuntu akhona ukuphuma kahle
too much.
So manje masokufika isikhathi sokuthi wenze umgidi ekini bahendlile kanjani because you also did mention ukuthi there were a lot of financial constraints to a point that your parents ended up having to take loans from different amounts of people. Indaba yomgidi yona ugobela wakho uyihendlile kanjani because angithi bathi abagobela abanye bakhona ukuzwela abanye abantwana ubhlungu and then nagcina akhipha isincanyana ukuthi akhona ukunceda. So wena lakho gobela lihambe kanjani nawe throughout your journey in terms of prepare for umgidi wakho?
Okay. Mina ugobela wami umuntu onozwelo kakhulu. Unenhliziyo enhle mina ugobela wami uthathile wakhuluma nobaba bakhulumisana ngakhona then okay ubaba ugobela wami okay ithi into ayenzile for umgidi wami ne ungenzile into enkulu ne but angisho ukuthi akangenzelanga ne izinto ephehlweni yezokungenzelela izinto ephehlweni but ukuphuma kwami ngiphume ngiyazi ukuthi vele uzongisiza because of bekayazi ukuthi mina intupheko yami ihamba kanjani. You understand? So yes indeed ungenzela umgidi wabamnandi wabamuhle mina umgidi wami yena nobaba wami boyi2 then bahleli phansi bakhulumisana ngomgidi wami ukuphuma. That's when ngiphuma ngiphuma ephehlweni ngekhaya then ekhaya and then kwaba kuhle.
Okay, so since uphumile ephehlweni ke utuphume last year ne?
Yeah, last year.
Have you ever thought about going back to school sinjengoba soqedile uphumile ephehlweni and then so far kuyakhanya na izinto zakho nomndeni wakho?
Ukubuyela esikolweni I don't think so because of now sengishawe isikhathi for me. But now I'm thinking ukuthi at least ngizivulele something ezongenza ukuthi nami ingifakele imali. You understand? So yeah, wona nje ku right akuvalekanga but kula kuvaleke khona somewhere somehow ukhona la kuvaleke khona but when times goes on mhlamba amadlozi azobona then azovula the day bona bafuna ukuvula ngakhona. You understand?
So akazi wacabanga ukuthi maybe ungene la what do you call this SWGC maybe to get an N6 or an N5 qualification or to go to what's this the substitute classes la ngene so at least ukuthi ukhona ukuphaphamisa izinto lezi because yabona la lapho zizokhona ukusiza nyana ukuthi khona ukushape kahle yona lento ukuthi ufuna ukuyenza ukuthi khona ufakele imali.
Okay. Angaze ngazama ne angaze ngazama but mhlambe okay for mina I like angikhalela ukuthi ngazama because of now
kuningi akusito yonke umuntu.
Yeah, kuningi, so that's why ngisho ngithi ngcono ngizame ukuzivulela something nami ezongenzela ngibe nemali ngibe ne-income, you understand, ngizokhona ukuthi nami ngiphilisa abazali bami the way bangiphilisa ngakhona nabo, ukuthi nami ngiphe i-revenge from them.
Yeah, and then so far, so angithi siyazi ukuthi umuntu makaceda ukuthwasa abogogo nabomkhulu banezipho ezihlukene. So mina ngicela ngichazele ngesipho sakho nokuthi singanceda kanjani ukwelapha abantu abaseduzana nawo. Lamidlozi linamandla kakhulu. So njengoba linamandla kakhulu, abantu abaningi bayalifuna and bayalihalela. You understand? Because of mina idlozi lami langisebenzela. Yeah, idlozi lami langisebenzela. But manje angazi kwenzakala ngoba kusavalekile okwamanje, but lona idlozi elikhulu lelibe lisebenza abantu, so abantu bayalithanda kakhulu ngoba iledlozi leli elizibonayo noma nje liphambi kwabantu liyazibona. So into engilithanda ngedlozi lami and yes lingakhona ukusiza abantu whereby they are near by me, yabasiza kakhulu. Yeah. Okay, so njengoba uthi yakhona ukusiza abantu, kahle into bengifuna ukubuza ukuthi wena usebenza ngemithi or usebenza ngamanzi, yabona into enjalo mawuthi uyahamba lapha abantu, or in case umuntu njengoba azoyibona the interview athi no ngibonile ugogo lapha maybe ugogo angangisiza, so wena mawuthi uyamsiza uzumsiza kanjani specifically?
Oh okay, mina ngisebenzisa amanzi nemithi, because of maye emanzini angithi kunabantu abathi okay mhlambe an example, okay maybe athi ufuna i-cleansing. Yes, i-cleansing inezinto zakhona engimele ukuthi ngisebenzise kulawo amanzi, you understand? Yes, ngisebenza ngiya emfuleni nomsebenzela khona emfuleni emanzini, then masibuya and then ngenza ama rituals wakhona ngimele ukuthi ngiwayenze, then yeah ngisebenza njengamanzi nangemithi.
No, that's amazing. So for anybody ukuthi uthola ukuthi umuntu wakhona maybe yabona naye ukuthi ngathi thonga lami selifikile or nedlozi, yini advice ungamnika yona ukuthi umuntu akhona at least uhamba indlela right through your experience?
Okay, mina ngithi for kulabantu labo ukuthi okay idlozi liyamhlupha and okay ufuna ukuhamba indlela right but akakhulu, mina ngithi thandaza uphahle khulume namadlozi wakho, amadlozi akho azokhola akuse phambili akubonisa wena indlela, yona indlela elungile kumele ukuthi uhambe ngayo, ungathembi umuntu ngoba abantu bayokulahlekisa, abantu bayalahlekisa and kunabanye abantu ukuthi bathatha amadlozi abantu bayabathebula, understand, bayathatha bayathebula, so akukho nzima ukuthi uthembe umuntu.
Lapho iqiniso, because bengithi ngifuna ukubuza ukuthi njengoba ubuhambile wangena ephehlweni lapha ePimville, bongathukanga yini ukuthi maybe ungathola ukuthi umuntu okhona ukunikeza advice right, because washo ukuthi you guys were chatting over the phone before you met. Bongathukanga yini ukuthi mase ngihamba ngithi ngiyothwasa uzogcina sekathebula idlozi lami, because yazi vele ukuthi kunabanye vele abogobeli umuntu okhona asibona njengomuntu okahle phambi kwakho kodwa emuva othebula idlozi lakho?
Okay, leyo like bengithukile kakhulu, but bengazi ukuthi iphehlo linjani ngoba ngiyabona ngihambile kakhulu ngibonile ukuthi iphehlo linjani. So ukufika kwami lapha like bengamthembi, yabo, bengamthembi because of like bengicabanga eziningi ukuthi okay lo muntu lo ngikhulume naye over the phone, okay sakhuluma mina naye sharp kwaba mnandi, then uthi ngifike lapha kwakhe angazi nokuthi uzongenzani, yabo. So but lo muntu lo wangamukela ngezandla esifudumele, wangamukela wathi hayi uzothwasa la, and I did ngithwase kahle, akunala ngathi kushoda khona.
hayi lapho ku-right because kuyazazi iy'tori ukuthi hayi abanye bagobela bashaya amathwasano wabo into enjalo so uma kuthi vele nawe agcine sohambile laphayala ephimvili inhliziyo yakho vele yavela nethezeka kwaba right into enhle-ke leyo. So, Gogo, just before I let you go, for anybody who would like to contact you for maybe a consultation, maguthi nayo indumba lapha ejardini, umuntu angachumana nawe kanjani ukuthi aze azohlola into enjalo?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. If kunomuntu ofuna ukuchumana nami, umuntu uzongithola ku Facebook na ku TikTok. Yeah, ngihlala eBram Fisher phase 1.
Igama the social media handles?
Ku TikTok ngugogo madijing. Then ku Facebook ngumalebza bokang. Yeah, abantu bazongithola khona lapho bazothola yonke into ebayifunayo khona lapho. Umuntu makafuna usizo uzongithola khona lapho.
Okay, do you also have maybe a WhatsApp number that people can contact you on because some people don't have Facebook or TikTok?
Okay, yeah, I have WhatsApp. Then umuntu ofuna ukuxhumana nami ku WhatsApp, then uzothola ama number wami yabo on 063 063248 1288.
Cela waphinde futhi
063 248 1288.
Ngiyabonga Gogo.
Bonga mina.
Thank you very much. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed that very insightful interview, teaching you about basically the basics because it's not as easy as people may think it is. You go through a lot. It's either you're going to travel for a long time, you're because when so please, guys, when you go through this journey, make sure that you take all the extra and necessary precautions that are needed, because believe it or not, as much as gunawakobela variety, there's still the ones that present themselves in a sheep's cloak. And for me, Afriberry, also known as Mesberry Plays, that's sayonara. Hope to see you guys on the flip side.
Such insightful and, of course, conversations that are aimed at providing you and I with so much information and knowledge, breaking the misconceptions of being an individual who is spiritually inclined and someone who has gone through the journey of becoming inyanga or a sangoma. Karabo Benjamin Ntorwane, Mkhulu Daniel, as you might know that we had him a couple of weeks ago right here in the studio, coming through saying that it's been a difficult journey for Gogo Madijing, honestly, and even now he is still facing difficulties, and I wish he can accept and trust the process. Love and light to him. And then Mkhulu Daniel comes back once again and he says, I wish all Sangoma could understand that Ubunyang is not a career. And even now he is still is not a career, and alone it's not enough. If there's a door to personal development, then let's grasp the opportunity and run with it. And we will share those thoughts that you just gave us.
I also have a message from him on our WhatsApp line.
Oh, yes.
So I also have a message from Mkhulu Daniel from our WhatsApp line. He says, hi guys, it's Mkhulu Daniel. So talking about Muti and borrowing money, let's remember that not only Muti is able to block your luck and fortune, but also the heart, like Musi mentioned, is the biggest Muti, and also speaking the word into existence also does block someone. So witchcraft is not only muti, but very broad, and it really exists.
Yeah, man. Like I mentioned earlier, pelo ke setlhare sa pele sa boloi, man. This is something I was taught from a quite a young age.
Yeah,
man.
I think
from
if you grew up in an
quite a young
African
age.
household,
Yeah.
you know, the idea or concept of witchcraft is introduced to you very early in life,
Yeah.
in your childhood, especially, you know, if you have to go to friends' houses or sleep there, or you know, the minute you just start to interact outside of your immediate family
Yeah.
or ijardiagini,
Yeah.
then if
You're made wary of
you're
such things.
made wary of certain things in the African community.
Yeah. So Wanakochai, like Mkulu Daniel has been doing, do share your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between about the conversation that you were just listening and watching, between Gogo Madijeng and Afri Berry Blaze. Would love to hear what your thoughts are when it comes to that. It is a Thursday, spiritual alignment, and we try to align ourselves with the relevant and, of course, positive and correct spirits in our lives as we go on and tackle the days that we are afforded and have the luxury and affordability to live. So, with that also comes on a Thursday morning. Because like I said earlier on, I haven't given you a movie review in quite a minute. And I'm excited. Because I'm a huge movie lover and appreciator.
Yeah,
And,
man. I can't wait because I'm looking for something new to watch, especially in this weather where, you know, when it's around winter, when it's cold, like there's cold days are good to be indoors with a book or a movie.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. I prefer a movie, honestly. Me, myself, and I.
Or someone who's read a good book while you watch a movie.
TC when I came to Fulula Momo Vooka breakfast show, little like you slipping things. I know there was a good month where you were hinting. Or maybe you were like Ojalaba to wait too. Who knows, Chief? We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe, just a maybe.
You know, so the movies that I have for you are quite cool today, Mwanakochai. And one of them is the movie by Leonardo DiCaprio. And the movie is called Inception.
Speaking of spirituality and it being Thursday,
Do you see what I do,
there.
Chief?
I see
But
you.
do you see what I
there.
do?
I see you.
Trust Musi missed, man.
I see
Trust Musi missed. The movie that I have for you, the first one, Wanakochai, is Inception. And Inception is a science fiction action movie that was released in 2010. This movie lasts about 2 hours and 28 minutes. And some of the people that I can remember who are starring in this movie is Leonardo DiCaprio. And there's that lady that I used to like, man, and she transitioned. But it has Leonardo DiCaprio, Cillian Murphy, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Do you know Joseph
Oh,
Gordon-Levitt?
yes, I do, yes.
Tom Hardy.
I love Tom Hardy.
And Elliot Page. Do you know Elliot Page?
Oh, yeah, she's the one who transitioned from
she
female to
transitioned,
male.
Yeah. Marion Cotillard. It has Ken Watanabe. Do you know Ken Watanabe? He's an Asian guy. I'll show you the picture.
Okay.
It also has Michael Caine.
Oh, nice.
In there. So there's quite a few notable names in there with the movie Inception. This mind-bending science fiction thriller directed by Christopher Nolan is a fantastic choice. It's visually stunning, intellectually stimulating, and offers plenty of room for discussion on its complex plot, dream logic, philosophical themes, and incredible visual effects. It was a huge hit with both critics and audiences, and its ending still sparks debate to this day. Inception, a very, very mind-bending movie, man. A dream within a dream within a dream.
Yay,
Too
man.
crazy.
Hey,
Too crazy.
man.
I had to watch it. Like, you remember I mentioned a couple of months ago that I'm one of those people who has to watch a movie more than twice.
Twice, yes.
to really get
Grasp
into it.
it.
Yeah. Understand like those bits and pieces. And what I do is I'll go back and I'll research the movie, right? I'll go on YouTube, see like the reviews, what people thought, and you know, those Easter eggs, yes. Yeah, you know, and then I'll go back and see what did this person mean when he identified this, and oh, this is what it meant when this, you know. Yeah, so Inception is a cool one. I would recommend it for this coming weekend. I mean, it's the first official weekend of June, and it seems like it's going to be like a cold, windy one. So being indoors with a nice, you know, bowl of soup, with family, with kids, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad watch, man. I'm trying to see the age restriction on this one. Let's see. I mean, I'm not seeing it, but the budget for this movie was $160 million US.
Yeah.
Sheesh, man. The music was composed by Hans Zimmer. I've seen that name quite a few times. And its release date in South Africa was on the 30th of July, 2010. Very, very cool stuff. Inception. Tommy, have you watched TC?
I have.
Okay.
I quite enjoyed it. I had to watch that one more than once.
Yeah.
Because of, you know, I think it has a very deep spiritual
inclination,
message,
okay,
or symbolism in it. Not as spiritual as, you know, like, you know, obvious spirituality, but
conventional.
Yes, conventional spirituality, but it speaks to our dreams and you know, how our subconscious works. And yeah, it was really like mind-boggling, like you said. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it because, you know, the thrillers and science fictions that that are psychological, for me, those are the ones that I love. Yeah, those are the ones because, you know, it teaches you something, but also, you know, there's like Easter eggs and there's symbolism. You know, it really just depends. Yeah.
And your understanding of such
and
things.
Your understanding
just
of
your
such, yeah. Because I know some people, you know, it's not that deep. It's just a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
It is.
But for me, like sometimes, you know, when I'm watching movies, you know, the symbolism and whatnot speaks to me more than the actual movie itself.
Yeah, in itself, at face value.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Everybody talk to me. Have you watched? Are you a fan? Have you heard of the movie?
I have never watched it. I've never heard of it.
Okay.
I don't want to lie. No. I've watched. Yes, I've had my share of movies, but on this one, no comment, guys.
Yeah. No, man, and that's cool. I mean, not everyone is a movie buff like myself and TC. So, talk to me. Have you watched the movie?
Shows you good.
Inception?
Some of us say some, or no, I'm not even. Shows you good. You spend a lot of time indoors. Musi, that's a lie. I'd be saying that's a lie.
What with me? I actually do.
It's a lie.
I do, Ways and Don.
You spend a lot of time indoors.
A lot. I'm a loner and I spend a lot of time going through. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, when I'm out and in social settings, even when my battery is depleted, I know how to go on.
Oh,
even when it's depleted.
You're
Do
like
you get what I'm trying to say? I don't. I'm not one of those people where, if and when my battery is depleted, I want to leave immediately. No, man, I'm not like that.
You're not a party pooper.
No.
Because this fun has ended for you, not
no. And for me, it takes a while for the fun to end for me, Chief. That's for me. Me, I can go on.
Stamina.
Chief, okay. No, no, we'll come back, man.
Oh, yeah, those people.
Okay. Man. Come on.
So bon.
Yeah, so lungisa, man. You know, so yeah, no. But I do spend quite a lot of time at home. A lot. Like if there's good internet, there's food. I have a full battery. Like, Chief, like, I don't need much. I'll go out, maybe shop again more. I'm going to TK 2 minutes in, and then I'll come back. But I do actually spend quite a lot. So if you are someone who is a homebody, you spend quite a lot of time indoors. Inception is a good recommendation that I would give to you to watch and check out, man. A very, very cool movie. If you're into, like, you know, things of the psyche and how the dream space works. And it's crazy, that thing. You remember that thing that they have where you have to have like a an object that only belongs to you.
Yes.
Oh man.
Aye.
A totem, yes, and where you can't give it to anyone else, and you know the navigation of creating your own dream world, and you can't take things from the actual physical world.
It really just
it's crazy.
reminds me of like, you know, my readings and research on astral projection.
Oh, yes.
Lucid dreaming.
Yes.
All that. So quite
crazy, man.
Psychologically.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a journey to watch that movie.
Yeah.
I would recommend Afribear. Go watch it.
Yeah.
Take time and go watch Inception.
But
Leonardo
maybe,
DiCaprio.
yeah. But then you know some people are not inclined when it comes to such movies. They might find them boring.
Boring, absolutely.
Yeah, where you just like fall asleep through it.
It's like,
because it requires you to concentrate.
Never
Like
work
I
again.
know, like when I watched movies with Dumsani. Like sometimes when the movie requires a lot of concentration, it's like.
And applying your mind.
Yeah, like it's like I
thanks,
literally,
Kishap.
this is me. I'm trying to go into a world where I can run away from this world. I'm not trying to still like try and use my apply my mind, my this and be that present. I must just get lost in it visually.
I get that.
Yeah. Yes.
I get that. That's cool. I mean, there are people like that. I get it. But yeah, each to their own, man. But it's a good recommendation.
Yeah.
And then the other one that I have for you is by Tom Cruise, starring Tom Cruise. The movie is Minority Report. See what I did there?
I see, man. You go into these.
You
like-
see what I do when I theme my recommendations with the day and our segments that we have here.
yes.
Right? Very, very cool stuff. Minority Report has people like, or it stars individuals like Samantha Morton, of course, Tom Cruise, Catherine Morris, Colin Farrell, Neil McDonough, Max von Sydow, and quite a few other individuals, man. A very, very cool recommendation also. Minority Report was released in 2002. It lasts for about 2 hours and 25 minutes and is also a action/science fiction film, right? And Minority Report brings a slightly different flavor of mind-bending compared to Inception. While Inception delves into constructed realities and dreams, Minority Report explores a complex ethical and philosophical questions surrounding foresight, free will versus determinism, and the very nature of justice. It's got compelling action and gripping mystery, and its themes are still incredibly relevant today.
Okay, why does it seem like it's old school?
It is like
2002.
old school.
Where are you
old,
digging up these movies?
old school Tom
2002.
Cruise, bruh.
Yeah. This is slightly after he did not Top Gun. What's that movie with Cuba Gooding Jr.? You know that movie?
Oh, that he did with Cuba.
Gooding Jr. Yeah, I forget that movie.
Yes,
but yeah.
yes.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it's also a mind-bending movie where now they have these. Oh, guys, it's crazy movie. I forget what it's called, man. The thing that they use, or that. I forget it, but it's where they want to prevent injustices happening before
before they happen.
Yeah, and the program, I forget what the program is called, and then they have these 3 people who are constantly in wartime, but they have foresight, and it's crazy, guys.
Yeah,
it's
the
crazy.
oracles. That are
Yes,
always
through
in the
dreams.
water.
Yeah. So it also explores like
Steven
the dream world
Spielberg,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. But yeah, it's a crazy movie. So I would absolutely recommend this one as a watch as well. And you can engage with us and share with us your thoughts as to what you think of Minority Report, directed by Steven Spielberg, loosely based on Philip K. Dick's 1956 novella, The Minority Report. This film takes place in Washington metropolitan area in 2054. in which a specialized police department, pre-crime, yes, apprehends criminals by use of foreknowledge provided by 3 physics called precogs. Yes.
Oh yes, the
The cast, of course, is Tom Cruise as the pre-crime chief, John Anderton, and Colin Farrell as Department of Justice agent Danny Whitwer. It goes into a thing, an entire world of futuristic concepts and ways of tackling injustices and crimes. It's crazy.
It's wild.
It's crazy. I love it when you've watched, right?
Yes, I've watched.
You remember that scene where, because he's on the run, I get Tom Cruise, and then he's with that girl, or the
precog,
precog, one of the precogs, one of 3 of the precogs.
Yeah.
But she's the most proper one.
She's the most accurate one and the most powerful. Yes.
And she's like, take an umbrella. And then he takes an umbrella. And then he's like, wait a minute. Just how she's perceiving things and predicting things in real time. It's not now in dreams where it's going to happen like a day or 2 after. It's just too crazy for me.
It's wild.
With Thursday and with the theme of spiritual alignment, I thought these 2 movies would be cool recommendations for people to watch. I don't know. Talk to me, everybody. Have you watched this one, Minority Report? You haven't. No, there's nothing wrong.
Not even on TV.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing.
Because it's old.
Maybe okay. Because, some movies basically on TV, I think maybe it's because growing up I was like a huge fan of kung fu movies. So I watched like a whole lot of Steven Seagal, bro. That person don't want to die, bro.
Makoria.
I was there for him. He didn't want to die. They couldn't even stab him, bro. That was me. But when it's Steven Seagal, your Mission Impossible, bro. That was me. And then I remember there was one movie, I can't even remember it. But like, I think it was like made in the early 80s, 70s. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Where he was pregnant in that movie.
Oh yes, with Danny DeVito.
Oh my gosh, I enjoyed that one. I was like, okay. And then now thinking about that movie and what Little Nas also did. Remember that Little Nas also pulled up that pregnancy brag? I was like,
it was with the even when he did that music video of his for
and then
it was very controversial.
That literally took me back to the movie. I was like, okay, I see you, my bro. I see you. I see what you're doing. So for me, some movies I like kind of skip them because besides, I only think my love for like movies properly only came back late, and half the time I was skipping them because I liked telenovelas. I like.
Rata Makoria, just could speak. Rata the K-drama,
I only started watching like K-pop like recently.
Okay.
When I grew up in Negisha, I only started watching K-pop right now.
Yeah, but these are some of the recommendations that I can give to you for this upcoming weekend. Share your thoughts with us. Have you watched any of these movies? Are they movies that you would go into watching yourself? Because I absolutely do recommend them. Ooh, nah. But yeah, Inception and Minority Report. Yeah, very mind-blowing psychological movies, man. Movies that will take you into an entire world, an entire different space that you have probably never explored or looked into. So I'd love to hear from you, and we'll try to make it a thing now. Well, it has been a thing, but bring it back.
Yeah.
Make it a week-to-week thing. And, share some great movies with you on our YouTube comment section. A banner coming through saying, at Afriperi, have you at least watched Mr. Ibu?
Now what's an apple? What's question that be that's one now? Ajo. And I watch Mr. Ibu na Master Ibu. Ibu na pika na maka. Ibu.
Nollywood is the okay.
Ajo. I grew up watching
So
Nollywood
Asian dramas,
now.
Asian pop, K-pop, and Nollywood is Afriperi's thing. Each to their own. I myself am not a fan of
Nollywood.
But Afri Magic King.
Africa Magic.
Yeah, Chief. I know my sister-in-law. There was a time where she was into those.
And Bollywood movies now.
No, Chief,
Ooh, I used to watch a whole lot of Bollywood movies growing up. My grandmother hated it. I had a timetable. Whoa, SABC 3, it was me. song,
So
no
you just-
song.
Could never be me. But anyway, in closing, Mwekezi My Money came through about an hour ago saying, we know people like you guys, your rooms look like dumping sites.
Like which guys?
Which who?
Ha ke tsebua ka bo-
I wonder. I wonder.
Who are you referring to?
I
Mo?
wonder.
Ha bua ka bo mang. Mkhulu Daniel saying thank you guys, just appreciating the love and the support and the engagement that we've been having, and of course from the last time that he was here. In closing, guys, any last thoughts? Talk to me. TC Afriberry
Last thoughts, Afriberry.
for a Thursday.
Ke kopa there.
That's her last. That's her last thought. Verb.
Yeah, but then, yeah, in all honesty, I'm actually on Musi with this one. Like, champagne, Joe. Like, why you are?
Okay.
TC?
It'd be nasty. It'd be nasty.
No.
I just like when it pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I like. And I like it, especially when I go and become a waitress and I open it like a pro. I remember opening it for this other couple. Like, oh my gosh, she's such a pro. Like, yeah. I get to risk life.
Each to their own.
Each to their
TC,
own.
how about you? Last thoughts?
Man. Well, you know, as I was just reflecting on this week, I'm still amazed at how we here at the Vooka Breakfast Show do what we do, and the guests that we have here, because that conversation about the human rights.
Oh, yesterday.
Yesterday, yes.
Yes,
I really quite. It made me think a lot about, as young people, how familiar are we with our rights and human rights laws, the laws of this country, and how more of us need to use our freedom of speech responsibly. I mean, especially with content creators being the most popular way that people get information these days, and influencers and social media. I, for one, would love to say that, you know, as we end the week, may we do so intentionally. And of course, like we have been speaking today, like Mkhulu Daniel said, you know, it's not just, isn't ezimbi just don't come into be, but it's also how we speak them into existence. And that's why words, actions, you as a person should be just intentional in how you live life. And that's just my final message for today. Be intentional in everything that you do, in everything that you say, in everything, in the way that you are. Just be intentional.
Very cool stuff. I love that. Be intentional. Yeah. Skies are fair.
Yeah.
Be intentional. Be wary. Do it because you really want to do
Yes.
it. And that's a huge thing for me, TC, you know, especially with the things that I say and how I say them. You know, I'm very wary and cognizant of that. And I don't just say things for the sake of. And I know exactly what I say and when I say it and how I say it and to who I say it. Because I'm intentional. It's said with purpose and with thought behind it. You know, I don't bloviate.
There
what
you
I'm trying to
go
say?
again. Yes.
Yeah, man,
yes.
because I'm not a blather guy. You know? And I tend to stay away or not obsquatuate when I'm in spaces. Do you see what I do?
I see,
hey?
man.
Hey,
I see.
this
You're
thing,
putting
chief,
in
is
there.
yantimela, this thing. This thing yantimela, man. I wanted to give you that. But Banale coming back again on our YouTube comment section saying, at Mist, there you have it. I think he's referring to the fact that each to their own. You know, she loves K-pop, Nollywood, Asian dramas and movies. We're more into the Hollywood stuff, you know, the more conventional and the more stuff that is mostly known. And then Spin City saying, I enjoy the movie review, taking me back when I'd religiously watch and visit the cinema. You know?
I really enjoy. It's sad how, like, you know, going to the movies is not a thing anymore because
Yes.
everybody would just rather
Streaming.
Netflix and chill.
Yes. we're people who stream now.
Yeah.
We're people who stream. So, yeah, man, that's what we had in store for you this morning on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blink-1 Network. Spending some time with us as the Vooka team. And those were our last thoughts for this morning. So, until tomorrow morning, where we have in compelling conversations,
No way.
bold conversations,
Yeah, Khan.
discussing or dissecting all of these news that we bring in. We aim to have all-encompassing, compelling, and of course thought-provoking conversations aimed at providing so much information and knowledge. And these are stuff that you and I can use as we go forth in our lives. From the ladies.
Okay, well, from me, Tisika Mazibuko Shabalala, your prime cut creative and your positivity dose of the day. Umam Shengu Omuhle Indlovugazi Yagwanto ngithi bayede. And I know wherever you are, live your life with intention.
Yeah.
From me until tomorrow. Mwah. Sayonara.
And for me, Afroberry, also known as Miss Berry Blade, the darker the berry, the sweeter than Dun Imnandi Mamyama, Mam Shlupilik Tikatekin, but Marloko Famana Meweta Komakashe. His song on a money, do what makes you feel good. Nothing makes you feel better than relax, take a step back, breathe, and restart again.
Very cool stuff. Let you and I and the rest of the team see each other bright and early tomorrow as we get into Fashion Fridays. What is a great outfit to wear at work on cold mornings like we had today? And of course, moving through the winter season. And we also get into things like Fashion Friday mode.
Yes.
Getting ready for the
you
weekend.
in the Friday mode,
Festive
man.
weekend. What are your plans, man? I mean,
And we give you a gig guide,
Absolutely.
with events. We put you on with the gig guide. Yeah, we plug you.
Very cool stuff. So, with that being said, God willing, you and I and the rest of the team will see each other bright and early every weekday morning or tomorrow morning from 7 to 10, where we spend some quality time and have a great energy exchange. From myself, the one and only MWOCEE, Mr. I'll see you tomorrow morning, and we will have a great energy exchange. Like I said, stay safe, stay hydrated, stay cautious on those roads, and stay warm as we move into the winter season. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cool stuff.
Bye.